system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system. Here's the truth about the system that'll the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. The truth about the mind that'll fuck up your mind. That'll fuck up your the truth about that'll fuck up your the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll
warning, 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 warning.
Truth about it, that'll fuck up your the truth about it, that'll fuck up your truth about it, that'll fuck up your truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind.
Warning, 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 warning.
Truth about the system that'll
on your alter egos and let you penetrate. How you fucking fall when you fake? Bring it on. You can set my mode to whatever. We simply pay the penalty for walking this endeavor. My observations on your alter egos and let you penetrate. How you fucking fall when you fake? Bring it on. You can set my mode to whatever. We simply pay the penalty for walking this endeavor. My observations on your alter egos and let you penetrate. How you fucking fall when you fake? Bring it on.
Even make it demographic. Neo, ready to make computer chip piece. Let me clean my lips again. I'll spit it out, go ahead, spit it out. Like any style you up top, better leave my butt fucking season the way it appears to stuck up. This is my terminology that strikes the mind. If this is being apart, you know the many styles I do from the start. I go awkwardly, that's awkwardly. I throw that to the rhythm. Incisions are made into the brain, and then I begin to give them a lobotomy. Follow me, give me your brain. Give me the PH, give me the AR, give me the OA, give me the AC barrel. Crazy boys and zip arrows are hitting you from all directions. You cannot dodge, I manage to dislodge them to the point in which they are connected. I am selecting little staff out from how to them people try to get fuck wow. Fuck that. When I'm in a state of mind, I'm innovative. Never been afraid of rocking the microphone, I'm prone to be eliminated. Cling when I sing a song of sixpence. If it makes sense, then sing along. Cling along to my nuts. If you got guts, then bring it on.
Bring it on. You can set my mode to whatever, but simply pay the penalty for walking this endeavor. My observations on your alter egos to let you penetrate. How you fucking fall when you fake? Bring it on. You can set my mode to whatever, but simply pay the penalty for walking this endeavor. My observations on your alter egos to let you penetrate. How you fucking fall when you fake? Bring it on. You can set my mode to whatever, but simply pay the penalty for walking this endeavor. My observations on your alter ego will let you penetrate. How you fucking fall when you fake? Bring it on.
Consider me the epitome of rhymes within the text. Execution is parallel to them with the inception of the organism. My telepathy can't be dismantled. Those are sweating me, getting me vexed while outdated raps get trampled. 3, 5, 4 steps of elevation show that I'm ahead of your time. behind the dope rhyme. Ripping shit up that prime time iron. I put prime time material. Imperial wizard, a vocabulary havoc. I eat MCs like cereal. That's soggy. Milky skills like Mr. Miyagi. When it's fog, at least Robbie. This remains the rap for the lobbies. Ow! Rip your nick shit. Get thick, quick, get your groove before I do something glory to your quite feel to stop. And it's your rap and wax. Time and knife. It's the fifth dimension of the typical, never typical stand that mention I. Mystical. Rips until the power blows. Those shows to compete. We can lead them. Observe defeat. Descending down from above. Like the picture to you. Victorious. The story is you're born.
Bring it on. You can set my mode to whatever, but simply pay the penalty for walking this endeavor. My observations on your OG egos to let you penetrate. How you fucking form when you fake? Bring it on. You can set my mode to whatever, but simply pay the penalty for walking this endeavor. My observations on your OG egos to let you penetrate. How you fucking form when you fake? Bring it on.
Raw, war, lords. Yo, Slackbox 52, hand combat, man down, now you getting treated like a little youth. Pearl handle, black Ruger popping up, it's the return of the trench coat mafia. You gotta click, but I bet they won't die for your last nigga that fronted, I Muammar Gaddafi them. I'm busting lead in, Armageddon, God is 7, top of the dome is embedded. I said it, step in the realms and get sweated. My foes get beheaded, live with no edits, shredded. Negative thoughts about the G.O.D., you better dead it, cause that's bad credit. All night, me on the mic is athletic, high height, seeing my sight is like heaven. Firefight, fire and flights of bad weather, whatever, get it together, my neck leather. Once again, welcome to the fucking next level. Metal plus netta, stretch limousines, machine guns running up with 26 villains. Fuck everything old, we fight for the children. 10 steps raw, who want war? Raise your swords and prepare for the lords. Running around like lions in the forest, and we came to conquer the land just like Moors. 10 steps raw, who want war? Raise your swords and prepare for the lords. Running around like lions in the forest, and we came to conquer the land just like Moors. Throwing flying guillotines from Philistine. Came with an illa team to run up in your castle and kill your king. I'm doing my thing, dance with the Lord in the ring, standing firm in the square like Butterbean. I'm hotter than Shambhala, draw swords before Makata. Rude boy shot up for top dollar. I'm not a fake ass rapper that's not solid. I got it, to say I'm the hottest is just modest. My asses can melt down anything, so anything in my lane, man, I'm killing it. 2 bottles of jewels, 1 spoon of ignorance. It's the vigilant spit, chemist is injuring. Any contender wanna act like he bigger than I. It's getting baked and fried, and that's minimum. MCs who wanna compete, I take 10 of them. Clowns in the street want heat, I got diligence, and that's how it really goes. So get familiar with it, and stop looking at the motherfucking videos. Choose your weapon, my tools is lessons. True connections, wrong draw, you lost your profession. 10 steps wrong, who want war? Raise your swords and prepare for the lords. Running around like lions in the forest, and we came to conquer the land just like Moors. 10 steps raw, who want war? Raise your swords and prepare for the lords. Running around like lions in the forest, and we came to conquer the land just like Moors.
Let the rhythm hit him, chew him up, spit him out, get him out. Let's see if the barrel fit in his mouth. Hear the lion roar, what you crying for? I'm at the hot gates, open up the iron door. I'm the king of the jungle, so ready to rumble. Gunshots put the room on humble. I flip beats and make the words tumble, and flip bricks and I sleep on a bundle. Claiming you're off the chain, homie, I'm off the board. Dunk in your face, I'm the Lord of War. I'm so much more, you bitches should never step up. I never let up, you fuckers will never get up. Ice in my veins, ice on my chains. I'm nice in the lane, think twice for your bangs. Shoot around like dice in the game, you crap out. Breaking bones when I make you tap out.
10 steps raw, who want war? Raise your swords and prepare for the lords. Running around like lions in the forest, and we came to conquer the land just like Moors. 10 steps raw, who want war? Raise your swords and prepare for the lords. Running around like lions in the forest, and we came to conquer the land just like Moors.
Greetings. Welcome to The Machine Lies, where we talk about the lies of the machine on The Machine That Lies. Today we have an impromptu themed special in terms of we're bringing to you a bunch of views of ancient technology So we're basically going to go across time, across cultures, right? And look at the ancients and what they said about the use of technology, right? They're definitely aware of the use of machines, right? There were even descriptions of complex machines and automation, right? So there's all types of ideas coming from the ideas of ancient Greece, even from the god Hephaestus and Talos, right? Inventing the robot, the giant robot, right, as his protector, right? You got Medea and the robots, right? You got ideas from the Aeneid, right, about people being blessed who are inventing new technologies, right? That they're blessed by the gods, right? There's all these ideas going back to Confucius and his praise of the Zhao dynasty, right? And about the kings of the past and the rulers of the past, how much more advanced civilizations existed in the past. You know, you see that in the writings of Confucius, you see it in the Zoroastrian literature, right? In the writings of the Hindus, they talk about the flood myth. And previous to the flood myth, they talk about very advanced civilizations existing, right? Okay. Okay, advanced civilizations existing. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link if anybody wants to come up and talk. That's fine. I mean, right? But there's lots of ideas of different civilizations existing, right? Okay, much more advanced civilizations, okay, going back in time. Okay, at the time of ancient Greece, okay, tons of information existing about automatons in ancient Greece, right? Okay, so the writings of the gods, right? In Plato's Atlantis, right? Okay, in the Critias, right? He talks about there being self-automated machines in Atlantis, right? So all types of shit going on, right? Okay. In the ancient books, you look at Shang Tzu's writings, you look at Plato's writings, they're warning against the use of technology, right? We're going to get into some of their critiques of the use of technology as well, right? So that's a sort of rundown of the plan for today, right? Look at automatons. We're also going to look at this being described in the Bible. Obviously, there's tons of instances of this stuff being described in the Bible and the advanced civilizations of the past as well, right? And also in the flood myth, right? So you have all types of ideas that seem to collaborate and collide around this idea, right? Okay, you have ancient technology being mentioned in the Hindu scriptures. Okay, you have ancient technology being mentioned in the ancient Greek scriptures, right? So called gods had technology, right? Okay, so we're here to talk about perspectives of technology in ancient times. We're looking at some of the ancient religions, right? Okay, and this is a show that's themed around the use of technology and the dangers of the use of technology, right? So we're sort of jumping around here, looking at various perspectives, okay, that relate to that, right? Okay. Okay. Now, obviously, in the beginning, right, of the Greek myth, right, mankind or humanity was a creation of the gods, right, of Prometheus and Epimetheus, right? We looked at a little bit of this in the Protagoras of Plato, right? So there's all these ideas there, right? Okay. Okay. Now, here's an interesting whoops, sort of crushed my page here of my book here. But yeah, here's an interesting video, and we're just looking at some videos and things tonight on this specific topic, right? Okay, and we'll begin with the Vajra, right? Okay. In the ancient Hindu text, right? Okay, let's take a look at this weapon that was wielded by the gods, and it's also seemed to be some sort of technology, right? Okay, let's take a look at the Vajra, right? We'll take a look at some of the ideas from that, right? Okay. And then we'll get up in some of the other things, right, that we have. But yeah, the Hindus definitely wrote about the flood myth. They wrote about ancient advanced civilizations. Okay. And yeah, they were well aware of these things. Okay, so they had ideas about technology. They had flying machines, right? Okay. They had almost laser weapons that they're talking about in the ancient battles, right? So they seem to have some type of advanced technology, right? When they're having these battles with each other, advanced technology, right? That the gods are wielding in order to conquer and to basically take out demons and things, right? But yeah, it's crazy stuff. But yeah, I saw this the other day. Let's watch some of this and see what happens. But yeah, you guys are welcome
Now that
to hop on the panel as well.
we're establishing some baselines here. So now that we have this idea of how they made giants both before and after the flood. It's not you don't need the fallen angels to be here every single time. The idea is that they copulated with women, which Austin, that brings up a whole question that a lot of pastors and seminaries refuse to address, which is that angels have real bodies. So
Hey,
But aren't
what
they
is
always presented as people? Like almost every time.
Hey, DK, what's up? Hey, you there, brother? I can't see you, but I I don't think I can hear you either. But yeah, you are on stage somehow. But yeah, welcome.
Shit. There you go.
Yeah,
There's my post-it note.
yeah. Oh, there you are. Yeah, how's it going, sir?
How goes it, man?
Pretty good. Yeah, but you ever hear about this Vajra? I don't know if you're there, but or if you're freezing, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you say a little bit. You heard about it, huh? Yeah, yeah. This is a wild type of idea in the ancient Hindu
Yeah,
scriptures.
it's working now.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
working now. Yeah, I don't know if you have a lag or if you can hear me.
Oh.
Yeah, you hear me just fine.
No, I just had to reset that. Yeah, I can hear you fine. I just had to reset the input and output, so they went back to default.
For
So I just had to
sure,
reset them.
for
Like
sure.
for the
Yeah, thank you
audio
for
and
joining.
camera. Yeah.
Yeah, let me pin this link here. Give me a second.
Yeah, but the one I remember, the first one I remember hearing, like the oldest one, was the Phoenicians that had some energy weapon that tried to burn ships, and they repelled ships with it or something. And Mythbusters tried to replicate it, and they couldn't. So they said, "Oh, there's no way they could do it then." It's like they don't know what they use. They're like, "Oh, they just used a mirror, so we're just going to use a mirror and try and burn a ship." And they're like, "No, we couldn't do it, so it's debunked." So holy crap! I mean, Nikola Tesla's his tower at Wardenclyffe. Do you know much about that one?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
his
not.
tower
I'm
at
not big on the
Wardenclyffe
Tesla
anyway.
type of stuff. Yeah,
That was
but
like the big Tesla tower that was that was the basically free energy transmission Tesla tower that got built. Well, that he built pretty much or got built. But then once shit, what was his name? Westinghouse found out that it would mean free energy and he couldn't charge for it, they kind of threw Tesla off the project, but they wanted to still use it as an energy weapon because that was also another thing that he could have that he said it could be used for. Like it could provide free energy or it could be directed as an energy weapon. So the official story goes that Westinghouse got it burnt down so that he couldn't provide free energy. But the story I heard is he himself burnt it down so they couldn't use it as a weapon. Like Tesla himself went and burnt it down so they couldn't use what he'd built for them.
Yeah, I believe that, at a low level,
And he's
the
one of
shit
those.
is. Yeah, I believe that at a low level, the shit is being used against most people. They just don't realize it.
Yeah,
Definitely the radiation from the computers affecting people's minds. I mean, they got lithium in the phone,
yeah,
and it's radiating hot metal.
yeah. The EMF.
So yeah, the fact that
Yeah,
the fact is
yeah,
that it,
EMF
it can be good for you.
frequencies, microwave frequencies, radio
Yeah,
frequencies,
yeah, you
constantly
could
just pump
measure.
through our heads all the time.
Yeah, you could measure the heat from the radiation. Like, there's devices that could pick up the radiation from the heat.
Yeah,
So, it could be
yeah.
measured. So it's a sizable
They're called
difference. It's affecting.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
EMF meters. You can actually go and buy EMF meters. I've seen vids where people they're holding a cell phone in their hand and it's almost okay. They plug in the charger and then it's like off it's in dangerous level straight away. You can't be holding a cell phone while it's charging.
yeah, definitely. And I've also heard that your neurons basically send messages through electricity through the water molecules. And if you notice microwaves, they basically
Mm-hmm.
make the electrons vibrate super fast, so the water molecules will vibrate out, so it'll like if you take food
Yeah.
out of the microwave, like it'll be like all wet and soggy and shit. It'll be covered in the water because the electrons vibrated so fast it pushed the water on the outside of the food, so it'll be like soggy and shit, so it's like the
Mm.
fucking. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like the microwaves don't really work well with the water, because they vibrate the
Uh,
electrons too
But
fast.
to be
So that's
honest, it's not even just that. I found this out a few years ago. But if you microwave food, it kills almost all of the nutrients in the food. Like it is irradiating your food. Effectively, you are irradiating your food and killing off any nutritional value if you use a microwave. And that's even if you're just using it to reheat, sadly enough. So, yeah, using a microwave kills off any nutrition.
yeah, blessings. Yeah, thank you for joining, DK. And I'm gonna play some of this video and check out what they got to say. I've never actually seen this video before. I'm just checking out what's going on
Is,
here.
is this with what were their flying the Vimanas were their flying machines, eh?
Yeah, they got flying
Ones that were in
machines.
hieroglyphs and
The
shit.
text. Yeah, they got. Yeah,
Yeah,
they definitely got flying machines in some of the text. In some of the Hindu
yeah.
texts,
But yeah, it's
I
honestly it's in Egyptian hieroglyphs. They've got,
yeah. Yeah, it might be also an Egyptian hieroglyphs too. But
yeah,
this
so yeah,
Vajra, this
they've
is
got shit that looks like hover cars out of Star Wars,
yeah,
planes, things that look like helicopters. Like yeah,
yeah,
and this is in hieroglyphs over in Egypt. It's quite crazy.
yeah. Shit's wild. Yeah, this is more like a weapon that transforms into shit and it kind of blows shit up. And yeah, that's kind of the scheme of this thing, the Vajra.
Yeah, they are. I would even say even in Ezekiel 1, 8, and 10, I think that it's a very poor translation that turns them into these big spheres with eyes that goes around them. I think I did a whole video on this about looking into the Hebrew and the Greek as far as specifically how that's just a bad translation, and they're actually a part of the Ophanim class of angels, which actually has a dual meaning. The word ophan is the word for wheel in Hebrew, and so that's where I think the mistake comes in, that people think that, oh, they must be shaped like a wheel and not actual real person. You know what I mean? So there's multiple classes of angels. There's the Ophanim, the Seraphim, the Cherubim, and the Watchers.
Yeah, so the thing is that in the visions of Ezekiel, this thing basically shows up like a flaming wheel. So essentially, there's a flaming wheel in the sky that essentially a lot of people have said, well, that sounds a lot like a motherfucking spacecraft right there. You know, so that's one of the descriptions from the ancient Bible there.
Damn it, I can't remember what I saw this morning, but you know when you're in one of those, like it's like an amusement, well, not an amusement, but like a ride thing that you can just go stand in, and it spins in like every direction and shit. Like, you know, you get strapped in sort of thing, and then they spin it and
Yeah,
it
I know.
spins in
Yeah, I know
every
that thing. Yeah,
direction.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's what they're trying to say that an angel looks like with an eye in the middle.
yeah. Right. Yeah.
So it's that sort of
And so these
vortex spinning in all different directions around
Yeah.
a central eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watchers were like the lowest class of angels that were sent
See,
down
and I
to the
guess
earth
they didn't have a
in
word
order
for that.
to help
No,
mankind
that's
govern themselves,
yeah.
Yeah.
because they become numerous. This is the full
But
story that
what
you
I
get
was
from
getting at
Enoch
is
and
I'm
Jubilees.
guessing that's why
And
they called it a wheel. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm saying I'm guessing that's why they called it a wheel, because they wouldn't have had a word for what they were seeing.
Yeah.
like we read, some of them went off mission, right? And they got caught up finding some women attractive, but then it turned into a much bigger thing, which then they became a full-on assault against mankind. And so we're going to go over, I'm laying
Yeah,
some
that was
groundwork.
from the
I'm going to go
offspring.
back to the
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is one of those. I just noticed this is one of those flat earther guys. Wits it, gets it. I remember this guy. This is one of the major flat earther guys or whatever.
that story here in a few minutes and explain which one of the angels did not get sent to Tartarus and was still here after the flood and why it matters. But real quick, let's look at something called the Vajra, which is considered the most powerful weapon in ancient Babylon. So this is something that you see most readily spoken about, or most, I should say, there's no ambiguity of how this is mentioned in the Vedic texts from ancient India. And the Vajra was the weapon of Lord Indra. It was a powerful device that could not only destroy the enemy in the form of attacking flying machines, but it also had the ability to cause rain and was a symbol of fertility. So the Vajra itself is a thunder of 1,000 blades, or lightning, and it's forged from iron or gold mixed with bronze or stone. So it's actually a type of a weapon that they claimed had to do with lightning and could control or take the form of a flying machine to attack. That's crazy, right? Because we're talking 4,000 years ago Vedic texts written in Sanskrit. So they still have, trinkets of the Vajra today that you can find if you go to, Nepal, or if you go to China, or if you go to Japan, different parts of Asia. They still have the Vajra everywhere in different forms. It has a different look it takes on depending on the artistic style. Here on the right hand side, you have Lord Indra, which is one of the Indian gods, who is considered the god of war, and he has a specific style of Vajra that he called the Vajra staff.
Okay, so that basically looks exactly like the Neptune, right? Type of thing, right? So it's interesting, right? And Neptune's staff, I think it also controlled lightning, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's wild shit. You know, it's definitely interesting.
Here's
And then obviously most notably you see the devil's pitchfork with the three prong blade. I mean, he's got the pitchfork, right? So yeah, it's very, very interesting. I mean, right? It kind of looks like Indra, and definitely the British Freemasons. They knew about all of those gods of the Hindus and of the Greeks and all that type of stuff. They knew all that shit. So
I'm wondering how much of this actually has to do with some of that truly ancient technology, like their uses of mercury and gold and things, and even the red mercury. See, maybe some of this was actually utilized. Like things might have been removed from those objects that did actually give them power.
Hey DK, love you lot.
yeah, definitely.
What stream are we on, buddy?
We're on YouTube.
Yeah, who's stream is it on the looking then?
The machine lies.
All right then. See you there. Love.
Okay. Sorry, someone jumped on my Telegram.
No, it's all good.
a modern artistic painting of Lord Indra holding a special Vajra, which is conducting the lightning, because he was considered a god of war who controlled lightning.
Hey,
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that?
Stream on Telegram and D Live, so this is getting out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. Bless you. Yeah. Yeah, the machine tells the truth, the human lies. Uh-oh. Getting deep.
Nah, AI is lying to us at the moment. Have you not paid any attention? Holy crap.
Yeah, it's hallucinating though. You know, you can't blame it. It's hallucinating. That's what they say. They say the AI is just hallucinating. So yeah, wild.
So how can AI hallucinate?
Here's another modern depiction from a Bollywood movie.
Yeah, that's what they say. They say the AI it hallucinates information. Wild shit. Yeah.
Of Lord Indra holding the Vajra in his hand as he's attacking with lightning coming down on him from heaven. So just to let you know, the Indians, there's no ambiguity in what the Indians believed. This particular quote unquote little g god, who was a god of war, and he had a specific device that allowed him to somehow manipulate lightning, use it for some sort of remote control over a machine, as well as it affect the weather. Here's an ancient stela from Greece that is depicting Zeus, also holding a Vajra. So we go from India all the way over to the Middle East and to the Mediterranean to Greece. This is like a clay pot that they had an ancient painting that was preserved of Zeus holding a Vajra, which they called his lightning rod. Here's another one. Now this one's fascinating because it looks much more complicated than the other Vajras. Like I said, they took on different artistic forms.
But no, the weapons do the same thing. Is basically they aim and shoot out a laser lightning sort of a deal. So that is basically what it be doing.
This particular one that Zeus is holding on the far left of the screen, he's fighting some sort of, I think it was Typhon, this it's like snake-like god in ancient Greece that was like a chimera that Zeus was fighting in this story. They put this on this clay pot, and you can see it's not just like any normal. It's like it opened up a little bit. It's like part of it opened up, and it has a unique design to it because it had multiple designs. So this one, it's actually longer than in other pictures. So it's like extended in some way. So this is some sort of thing that they claimed helped him have his control, direct, and attack with lightning. So Lord Indra had a staff that was a Vajra. Neptune also has a staff that's of a Vajra, Roman god, who's the equivalent of like Zeus. And then Baal of the Canaanites also was considered the storm god of thunder and lightning.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, Baal was, as I read earlier, he was linked to fertility rites that were linked to the land and the soil and they controlled the weather and the fertility of the land, and also they sacrificed, um, you know, they had sexual rights as well. So it was all things that they did to control the weather because Baal was the thunder god, right? And of course, he had a similar weapon, right? So, anyways, there's these three distinct civilizations. They talk about the same ideas, and they also talk about the flood myth, right? Okay, as I covered in the beginning, right? So there's lots of very similar concepts, right? Ancient technology, gods, right? Gods that control weather, right? There's technology. They have technology that controls weather, right? And yeah, you know, uh, so all of these ideas from India to Greece to the Bible, right?
Who also is depicted in busts with a Vajra in his hand. So now we're finding synchronicity between ancient India, Greece, and the Canaanites in Mesopotamia.
On my house, got two flavors. I think today I'm gonna go with this one. Here, it's just not gonna stop. So whatever. This one helps with restlessness, nervous
Damn. Is this whole part of this entire
disorders,
presentation?
asthma, digestion. It is for this one instead. A lighthouse, and to send me 100% blend. It's literally bliss. But
Why are they including this in here? Anyways,
to me, because we, you know how we don't believe that Elon is legit getting all this money from SpaceX to run his stuff. But here he is with a public photo he released. He's got a little Vajra on the corner of his nightstand.
interesting. Check that out. He's got the Vajra, huh? You got a little Vajra next to the gun, right? So interesting.
Public photo he released. He's got a little Vajra on the corner of his nightstand. So in Leviticus 26:17 through 20, Yahweh
he's
is
drinking
explaining
Coke.
what happens if you're in covenant with him, but you decide you want to stop doing covenant behavior and you want to go live after the ways of Babylon or the ways of Canaan. Basically, you want to live in sin, right? You want to live in destructive ways, and how the creation will start acting towards you. So he says, I'll set my face against you so that you'll be defeated by your enemies. Those who hate you will rule over you. You will flee when no one pursues you. And after all this, you will not obey me. And if after all this you will not obey me, I will proceed to punish you sevenfold for your sins. I'll break down your stubborn pride and make your sky like iron and your land like bronze. That's famine. And your strength will be spent in vain. Your land will not yield its produce, and the trees of the land will not bear their fruit. Again, in the wisdom of Solomon, about 1,000 years later, for creation, serving you who made it, exerts itself to punish the unrighteous, and in kindness it relaxes on behalf of those who trust in you. Christ himself in Matthew chapter 8,
the sky like iron
23
thing
through
that you
27.
mentioned before,
He says, when Jesus
that has to be keeping it overcast and cloudy so things don't grow.
Oh yeah, and that's exactly what the whole idea of Baal is.
Like serious. Yeah.
You know, Baal is about hacking nature,
Mhm.
and then you pay the price for hacking nature because you don't keep the Sabbath, and the Sabbath has to do with allowing the land to lay fallow, right? And so the whole idea is that if you don't let nature do its thing, then you know, you're going to basically use up nature. Exactly. Iron Dome. Exactly. Jason Skull gets it. They built the Iron Dome.
I've got
Right.
I've got several theories on what's actually being done to us, by the way.
Yeah, and also them
whatever
spraying,
is doing
spraying the
this,
particulates, you know.
whatever's whatever's doing this to us isn't human. Humans don't need to change their climate. They know what grows, where, during which season. We already know this. We have known this for thousands of years. So why are they trying to change the climate so that things don't grow anymore? Why are they trying to destroy the soil by spraying chemtrails everywhere? So what does that leave? It either leaves AI being in control, or it's aliens or demons, and that just depends on whether you're scientific or religious. So it is some other entity that is actually trying to destroy our whole entire climate to herd us into smaller, smart cities where it's easier to control us. Look what they're doing to animals. So keep that in mind. They're trying to put, like, cows can't be in a paddock anymore. They have to be in little pens. Makes it easier for the farmer to look after them. What you get from them is crappier, but it's easier and cheaper. They don't have to go rounding up animals anymore. And that's what they want for us. So that's what I'm doing everything I can to go against, because I know that's what they want for us.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Got into the boat. His disciples followed him. Suddenly, a violent storm came upon the sea, so that the boat was engulfed by the waves. But Jesus was sleeping. The disciples went and woke him and said, "Lord, save us. We're perishing." "You of little faith," Jesus replied. "Why are you so afraid?" And then he got up and rebuked the winds and the sea, and it was perfectly calm. The men were amazed and asked, "What kind of man?"
Yeah, I wonder if they'll include this in there, but it also says in the letters of Paul that the devil is the spirit of the air. So it actually says that. It says the devil is the spirit of the air. So let me look up the exact verse here.
There's even worse. Okay. There's even worse. There's apparently somewhere where a god gave the devil dominion over the earth. So anyone who's like, "Oh, I don't want to go hell," this is hell. The devil has dominion, or Lucifer, Satan, whichever one of them, has dominion over this realm.
Yeah,
They've
this
already
is in
been given their 1,000 years, in case people didn't realize.
Yeah, this is in Ephesians 2:2. In the KJV, it says, "Where in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience." So, yeah, the spirit, so the prince of the power of the air. So make of that what you will, right? But yeah, and then Jesus rebukes the
Yeah.
winds. Interesting. But yeah.
So, is there anything that says that Satan has power over water? Because I know he has dominion over the land, like over the earth, and now he's like the prince of the air. Is there anything that says he has water as well? I don't know. I'm not yet. I haven't studied the Bible well enough to actually know if that's said.
Yeah, I mean, it's the beast. There's a beast of the land and the beast of the sea. And they both take over the land and the sea. So
Okay.
yeah. So the whole idea, I
And
mean,
now and now you've just mentioned the air as well. Yeah. So that's all three elements.
yeah. So
That's
yeah,
what I was asking. Yeah. So that's all
yeah. So
three.
there's a beast of the air. There's a beast of the land. Indeed,
And
there's
we,
a beast.
we know he's like we already know he's got the fire. Yeah, we already know he's got the fire, so he's definitely got the fourth. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the devil's in charge of all four elements.
Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
So all right, so in my personal opinion, our job is just to do as much right as we can, so we don't have to come back to hell. Because if you go to heaven or hell, and this is already hell and controlled by the devil, then you either get out of this place or you have to come back and do this shit again. Yeah. Once you realize this is hell, this is where you come back to. And it
Yeah,
ain't
that's
getting better
definitely
because it's only the wicked people that keep coming back.
yeah, that's definitely one of the competing theories for sure, you know, about this place that we're in.
Yeah.
But yeah, 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 blessings.
Mhm.
Yeah, thanks Noel for joining. I hope you're having a good day. But yeah.
Is this? Even the winds and the sea obey him.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
this
just my
this man was
theory on
righteous.
stuff,
That's the
man.
point of Christ.
Oh wait, what'd you say, DK?
That's just one of my, or part of my whole theory on everything. I won't go into my
Yeah.
whole belief system, but yeah, that is part
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely one of the main theories. And we're definitely gonna discuss that in terms of Buddhism and Hinduism, you know, about the reincarnation and about
Yep.
escaping the cycle of
Yep.
reincarnation and all that. The whole idea there, you know. Definitely.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
I found out my beliefs are actually more in line with Hinduism than Buddhism. I actually thought
Yeah.
they were always Buddhist, but I found out I actually relate closer to Hinduism.
Yeah. Yeah, we're taking a deep dive. Tomorrow we'll be looking at sources for Zoroastrianism and
But,
Hinduism, and then and then we're gonna look at Buddhism. Yeah.
He was without sin. He followed the ways of the Father perfectly, and therefore the promise, or go back to Wisdom of Solomon real quick, the promise that's stated both in the covenant in Leviticus as well as succinctly stated in the Wisdom of Solomon is that the creation will relax itself on your behalf for those who are righteous, for those who trust in the Creator. That's what righteousness means, is you trust in the Creator because you walk in his ways. So Christ, of course, does that perfectly. This is why miracles flow through him so easily. We also see James chapter 5, the same thing. He's talking about a righteous man and how the creation itself reacts. Elijah was a man just like us.
getting a
He
lot
prayed
of
earnestly that it would not
glitching.
rain,
Is that on
and it
my
did not rain in
end?
the land for 3.5 years. Again, he prayed, and the heavens gave rain.
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I see you kind of freezing. I think you're frozen right now, or are you? I don't know if you're moving right now, but I think you're frozen right now. Yeah.
Excuse me,
But,
can I say something?
yeah, for sure.
Where's Margot?
I have no idea where Margot is. You know,
Yeah,
but
Have
we're
you
talking
talked
about.
to her?
I have no idea.
Nope. Nope. But yeah, misanthropy is a mind virus, definitely. Definitely. And a bunch of incredible comments that in a thought experiment left at the beginning of when we started this. I'm gonna go ahead and read those later. Uh, you know, when we go ahead and start this over, I'll go ahead and engage with some of the chatters. Sorry I missed all you guys. And DK is having a little bit of problems, you know, with his equipment there. But yeah, we like having him here. Blessings. And the link is pinned if anybody would like to join the conversation. You know, this is you know, we're looking at different ideas relating to technology, control of natural forces in the Bible, right? Weapons of mass destruction, right? And all of that, right? Mentioned in these ancient texts, right? The Vajra.
And the earth yielded its crops. So you can see this in 1 Kings chapters like 18 through 20. And then a future prophecy in the book of Revelation, chapter 11, about these two witnesses that show up. And it claims they have the power over the sky, over the weather. It says, I'll give power to my two witnesses. They shall prophesy 1,203 days, clothed in sackcloth. That's 42 months, by the way. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the God of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceeds out of the mouth and devours their enemies. If any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. these men, these two witnesses have the power to shut heaven, that it does not rain in the days of their prophecy. And they have the power over waters to turn them to blood, to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. So this is a future prophecy that claims the type of prophets that we saw in the Old Testament, that like Moses and Elijah, people that could do these types of miracles and control the creation itself, that two guys will appear with that same type of authority and power again in the future and prophesy for 42 months leading up to the second coming of Christ. And we won't be going into much depth about this tonight, but if you keep reading Revelation, the beast who comes up out of the pit from Revelation 9, the one that's referenced in Revelation 17, that beast ends up killing these two guys 3 days before the return of Christ. So this is where that means for 42 months he couldn't kill them. He had to put up with them controlling the weather. What do we know? Governments of the earth are heavily involved in weather manipulation programs. This is what Leviticus promised, that if you abandon the ways of the Creator, your enemies will rule over you, and there will be famine in the land, and your produce will not yield, because the enemies, the empire of Babylon has always used weather manipulation as a form of warfare, and they will always try to create famine so they can control people. So this is a common thing that happens throughout all of history and is cited all throughout the Bible.
Okay.
That's actually quite interesting. I hadn't
Yeah.
thought of weather manipulation being used back in biblical times.
Yeah. And also genetic manipulation, right? And also people being combined with machines, and also weapons of mass destruction, shit like nuclear bombs and shit. They had all that shit. Here's a clip, and I don't want to get popped for this, but I want to show you guys a clip from this anime. Where the computer that he develops, or the machine that he develops, that interfaces with the human, and this is I think it's before Neon Genesis that they had this, right, is actually called a Vajra. Right?
Fair use warning, YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair use warning. This is for educational purposes only.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's just only a little 20-second clip, so I'm pretty sure I won't get popped for it. But it's interesting what he says here. Check this out, guys.
Yeah, you're just better off saying that. Fair use for educational purposes only.
From an elevated plane, several distinct shadows would begin appearing. These are what... If one were to photograph the human body from an elevated plane, several distinct shadows would begin appearing. These are what's known as mind shadows. Within these shadows, there exists a universe far beyond the mortal plane. There's a type of energy called chi, which blows like a savage wind through that universe. The name that I have given to that wind is Vajra. This machine is the mandala. It was designed to extend one's mind shadows, thus rendering the Vajra infinite.
Okay, that'll basically be it for that, right? But yeah,
Wow.
I'm not gonna play more of that. Less than a minute of that, but yeah, basically he's talking about these mind shadows, right?
Straight to the mandala.
Yeah, straight to the mandala. Yeah, he's talking about
mandala to make it infinite.
Yeah, and of course he names it after this ancient weapon that's wielded by Indra, right? So it's very interesting stuff, and it controls the chi energy inside the human body. It manifests the latent energy inside the body, which again, they're obviously looking at that type of organ energy, or whatever the that type of energy. So it's very interesting that they're combining the ideas of Wilhelm Reich into the anime, and that's how they got this primitive concept of these human beings interfacing with the machines. Of course, in the cartoon Neon Genesis, they use children to accomplish this because they don't have any memories, So they need a clean slate, if you will, a tabula rasa, in order to imprint these to use as an interface, right? So they have to use children and sacrifice the children to the gods. I don't know if you guys are understanding that that's part of the underwritten plot of this anime. That the plot of the anime is that they're sacrificing children to the gods in order to save humanity, which is twisted, twisted stuff. It's going to Baal and all of these ideas that of these trident gods that they're talking about, and they're depicting this in the anime. And of course, you're cheering on the children in the anime, so you're creating this negative impulse or power by cheering on because you want the children to win this, right? As you're watching this, right? So the whole emotional pull of the anime is driven towards you wanting the children to be to succeed in this project of being sacrificed to the gods, right? So it's wild, right? It's fucking wild. It's like they're doing a magic trick on you. Yeah, if you're not aware of it, it's like they're doing a magic trick on you. They're doing the same thing in the Stranger Things. It's the same exact concept.
Yeah.
It's the children that are used for the government project, and of course, you're cheering on the children that are being used for the government it's the same exact plot, right? It's about child sacrifice, right? But so much so that they even use the same kids' names that appeared in the case. I think it's called Memphis 3, where they had those the people being they had a satanic group. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
Yes,
going on
Ray,
case.
that got debunked.
So
You're talking about Damien
Or they're
Eccles?
the ones that are.
yeah, Damien Eccles. Yeah.
The Memphis Three.
Yeah,
They
I have a friend. I have a friend that
actually got
knows
jail
knows
time,
that guy.
and then heaps of famous people went to bat for their sentence. Like they got their sentence reduced and got them out of jail. Like the
Well,
rich famous people actually went to bat
you
for the
know,
Memphis Three.
Damien Eccles is
Like
balls
Johnny
deep.
Depp and shit. Yeah.
The man's balls deep into the esoteric shit and alchemy and all that. That's what he said. That's what got him off death row, apparently. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, and then everyone got his ass out. Why is Satanist saved from death row?
I don't think he was. Apparently, he was like blamed for something that he never did. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know. Who knows? Like,
No.
you think he did
No,
it?
100% he was a Satanist. 100%. He definitely did it. He just got his sentence shortened because famous people started sticking up for him.
Why?
No, I'm not kidding you, man. He only got his sentence shortened because people stood up for him.
Well,
and
no,
it
he
was
got.
all the rich,
If you look
famous
into the
Hollywood people that stood up for him.
yeah, DK. If you look into it, he got through DNA evidence. He apparently got acquitted because of DNA.
Nah, it wasn't that at all. It was because of public pressure from rich people that he didn't actually get acquitted. He was in jail. He just got released early. He was supposed to have like 30 years or something and did like, I don't know, half a dozen or
No,
something.
he's on death row.
Maybe a
How
bit
do you get
more. I can't
released
remember the
from?
exact number.
How do you get released from death row?
Well, he did. He got it. He got it reduced down. Yeah, he got it reduced down to life in prison, and then got that cut down to like early release because all the famous people were backing him. And so I got lots of
Yeah, for some reason, so you're
Be the
correct about
Satanist.
that. You're correct about that. And how come these famous? I guess these famous people, like they're like, oh, he's one of
I
us.
mean, it's publicly.
Why did they?
He's
Why did
famous
these
because
people?
of like the crime he
No, I'm
committed.
asking you, DK. I
That
have a
got him the
question.
fame.
Why do you? And you're, why do you think they supported him? These quote famous people or whatever. Why?
Because they're all part of the same satanic cult. So they have to save their fellows. Same as Freemasons. You do everything you can to back your fellow Freemasons. Same as Illuminati. You do everything to back your fellow Illuminati members. So you do everything you can for
friends? What
someone
about your
who's
family
in
and
that
friends?
group. You.
Yeah, what do you do to back your? Do you
That's
back?
secondary.
Yeah, what about your family and
No,
friends?
they're,
Though?
hey,
You do
they're
that shit.
secondary.
Mm-hmm.
Right, are you meaning me personally or them?
What's a Satanist? What does that mean?
No, are you meaning me personally? What do I do? Or are you meaning these other people who back all these other satanic?
Yeah, why I was alluding to, like,
No, like,
tribalism, right? So,
like seriously, what are you actually asking?
I'm asking, do you support your friends and
Yeah.
family and do all? Yeah, of course. So, and that's the same ideal that they're doing apparently, but now it's a Satanist that we could point at.
Well, it's the fact that they just go through rituals and shit which are so disgusting that they're bonded by the fact that if anything came out, they're all going to jail. So they're bonded by the fact that if anything comes out, the whole lot of them are going to jail. That's what bonds them. The fact that there's consequences to their actions if any one of them says anything about what goes on.
Oh, so you're saying like they're
How do you
bonded
think
by the
governments
fear of
run?
going to? So they're bonded by the fear of facing the consequences of their actions.
Governments run exactly the same way. By recording.
You froze up, but
They're bonded by the fear of their reputations being destroyed and losing everything that they have.
it's that simple. Huh?
Most of them would probably just kill themselves rather than go to jail. Yeah, honestly, most of them would probably rather kill themselves than go to jail. Because they're bonded by that. Yeah. Everything about us will be destroyed. Our family
Yeah, you're like glitching and.
Sorry, my internet keeps.
Yeah, you're glitching out, DK.
I don't know why.
But yeah, it's all good.
I don't think I had
Yeah,
that
no
much
worries.
running.
I'm glad it wasn't me this time.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, welcome, brother Issa. Welcome, Cage. You know, salam to you guys. And Truther. Yeah, peace to you, Truther.
Peace to you as well.
respect machine
Cage,
maker.
I was literally just wondering the other day where you were, because it's been a few weeks since I've seen you.
Oh, really? Truth or cop? I don't think I've ever had a conversation with you before or been on a panel. But yeah, I appreciate that for thinking about whatever the fuck I am that you've seen.
I don't think we've had a conversation either. But yeah, I've seen you around. I noticed you were gone for a moment. I was like, what? I was like just yesterday, I believe it was. I was like, what the hell? He's like disappeared.
Yeah, that's why I came on, because I knew you thought that.
Well, thank you for making me feel sure tonight that you're well. Good to hear you.
Hopefully the family's doing all right. You know, assalamu alaikum to Muhammad and everything.
Shout out to TML, dude. TML, you kicked me off your last panel, I believe. I just left in the background, and
No,
then
I didn't.
well, either way, I still caught shit from Snafu because you backstaged me. I don't care. I'm just saying, you backstaged me, and I still didn't do good enough for Snafu. The poor boy, he ain't got nothing going for him. Snafu.
Yeah, I'm not clear on the details, but I think there was a lot of people yelling at once, and I just cleared the panel so I could say something. And I may have forgot you back there, but I'm not sure. But yeah. Anyways, welcome back.
No, you're good.
The
No,
same
it wasn't
story,
like
the
I
same
took offense
gods.
to it.
Yeah, it's no worries. Yeah.
So what's interesting is we're going to go into more correlations of how they did interact with each other, not only sharing the same story of the same gods, but even the same technology. And so I guess I'll go back to Telos, which is the automatons, real quick, and so we can.
So I don't think it's actually spelled telos like Telos. I mean, it's a Greek word, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's spelled Talos, Talos, right? So the whole idea with Talos, you could observe that in the first Star Trek episode. If you go look at the Star Trek pilot, you'll see that they land on a planet called Talos 4, and on that planet there's a race of humans called the Watchers, and as you'll observe in the whole Bible story, the low-level angels that observe the humans are called the Watchers. They're the ones that descend, and then they take on the characteristics of the Nephilim races, right? So the whole idea comes from this whole idea of this concept, but also telos, right, is the idea that goes to technology, right? Because it's the creative element or the creative potential that's within something, right? That's unveiled through natural processes, right? Obviously Aristotle believed there's a telos in nature. We talked about that. So telos is communicative property, right, within matter, right, that basically allows it to interface with the world, right? He called this the telos, right? Just like you use the telo phone, right? The telos is about communicative properties of things, right?
And
Yeah.
how would you
Can
spell
I?
telos?
Hold on. May I add something?
Yeah.
To that. Yeah. Well, there's a prefix and a suffix, right? So the suffix is
Right.
los, like Los Angeles. Apparently, in etymology, it comes from the Middle English lusk, from Old English lux, from Proto-West Germanic la or something. From Proto-Germanic, I don't even know how to pronounce. But it pretty much means to divide.
Or against, perhaps.
Yeah, that's like interesting because
It means
Tay,
to divide or to split.
yeah, it's like Tay is like a connection, and then Los is like a division. So Tay
Yeah.
Los, you could see like connection, division, which is very interesting to
Wait,
think
wait,
about
wait,
it.
wait.
Mhm.
Does that just break down to a lost connection?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you could. That would be a good way to look at it after.
Yeah, there we
Perfect.
go.
All God is
Yeah, I mean
asking is, can you hear
seriously,
me now?
a lost yeah, there's no connection with an automaton. See, telos, connection lost.
Yeah.
How
can
would
make
you spell
time here, but
telos, though? I
Oh, let's
thought
do
that
it, man.
was
This
the
is some
word.
gravy.
Yeah, that is a word right there. Telos.
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
gods, but even
Well,
the same
that's the word.
technology.
Okay.
And so I guess I'll go back to Telos, which is the automatons, real quick, and so we can make time here. But
Oh, cool. Let's do it,
So-
man. This is some gravy.
yeah, so Telos, this is a. I don't know if you ever saw that old movie from like the 60s, it was called Jason and the Argonauts. And it was about these guys that went to this island. There was this massive robot that was like guarding the island. That's a story from ancient Greece about Zeus, who built an automaton named Telos, who guarded his island. And
I don't know if it was Zeus who built it. I believe it was the god Hephaestus who built it. So they may be getting that wrong, right? So I think it's Hephaestus who built Talos. Hephaestus is the Greek god of technology, right? So
Yeah, I was gonna. Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so they actually have a designation for a god of technology. Hey, greetings, Omar. Peace. Assalamu alaikum.
That's not
and the automaton could
asbestos. That was
fly.
Hephaestus.
Hephaestus I think it's Hephaestus, but don't but yeah, I think that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hephaestus.
Named Telos, who guarded his island, and the automaton could fly, and
I had a
it
quick
was
question
powered by
if I
this
can ask Michelle.
this elixir.
Yeah, I may
Yeah, I
or
was
may not
wondering.
have an answer.
Yeah, this is Telos. Does it have to do with the ethos, pathos, and what's the other one? Ethos, pathos, and
maybe, but it's much more metaphysical than those. Those are more personal, you know, ways of interfacing.
Oh, the
Telos,
logos. Logos is the last one.
yeah,
Logos.
yeah, yeah. Telos and logos are more metaphysical than those other ones you mentioned. Ethos and pathos. Those are more on a personal level, right?
So you're saying it's closely tied to a logo or a logos, right?
Yeah,
Kind of.
telos. Yeah, telos may be more tied to logos because you know, it's about you know, as Aristotle called telos, he said it's the final cause. You know, so it's a totally mystical property within things. It's like the you know, the full potential of something is like the telos. You know, so yeah, like development of full potential would probably be the best way to describe telos, right? And so you know, and logos, you know, logos is everything has a logos, you know, and logos is the perfectibility of a thing, right? So they're closely connected concepts, right? But
But
yeah,
if you wanted to, how would you tie in the pathos and the ethos?
yeah, yeah, those are like low level extrapolations of those. You know, pathos and ethos are more like, you know,
Like the ego or something.
Well,
no,
what I was going to jump in there and ask. You kind of answered a lot of questions. The logo. I know logos is like the logic of things, right? But the logo, like that's why they brand us with that technology, that brand, the logo, their way of thinking.
yeah,
Is that done by a sigil or something?
Right.
Salam, everybody. How is everybody doing? Good
hey,
evening.
hey, salam alaikum.
Very, very interesting subject.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure. I mean, it's a weird video. I got 2 or 3 of these videos. It's wild shit for real. You know, yeah.
Because I was looking at ChatGPT. I'm cheated. I'm an idiot when it comes to philosophy. It said that Erstes had a theory that every living thing has a purpose. It's true. Every living thing does have a purpose, and right? Is that what I mean? In nature or in life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, telos. Yeah, telos is a word for purpose for sure.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
yeah, definitely.
Trying to sound smart.
Omar, I've never been on a panel with you, and this bothers me. You're coming on a year and a half in advance. Why is it a repeating video? What's up with? Why isn't it you on video? Why are you pretending to have a video?
No,
Why
I don't.
can't
I
you
want to
just
hold on. I want to add one more thing to the telos thing because I
Yeah.
just it's the first time I've ever heard that word, and I've learned something new today. And I went and looked it up now, and it's saying it means an end fulfillment completion or a goal. So it's the end. It's like an end fulfillment, a completion, or a
Yeah.
goal that you're creating.
The reason I have the video, it's like a avatar because it's late at night. I'm not wearing any clothes. I'm
Yeah, but it's
relaxed.
always the same thing, and it's like it almost makes it seem like your channel's not even you when you're speaking. Like now, I could not imagine you're saying that's you speaking on your channel. Is that what? Because that's not you.
That's me.
Why are we getting distracted from the
No,
pathos, the ethos, and
that's
telos?
Cage, I'm sorry. Why are we?
Shut
This
up,
has
you
been a
dickhead.
year. I've been wondering this question, and I haven't asked it
no,
yet, and
no.
I'm thankful.
That's me. I'm that handsome
You,
for real.
you
I'm
just
that good looking. I'm that handsome for
Then
real.
why not just do a logo like everybody else when you can't be on camera? Why do you got to do your video repeat thing? It's distracting. It's misguiding. It's weird programming in the background, dude.
How is this relevant
It's just it's
to telos?
relevant to whatever this dude brings up. It seems like he's on the panel speaking when he's not.
It's okay.
Cage, just
You don't
sit
know.
in the background for a moment, please.
That's so weird. I think you're just jealous I'm good looking. It's all right, man. A lot
You
of
guys
guys
are
are.
you guys are completely fucked in your heads, all of you. No
No,
offense.
I don't understand why. It's
Cage, don't
distracting.
start spiraling yet. This is
Yeah.
my first conversation with you. Please don't spiral yet.
wait,
All right.
hang on.
I don't
Hey,
want to be a
hang on.
distraction. Let's
Don't
continue the
just start
conversation.
spouting off that everyone's fucking the head because you don't like something that someone says. See, maybe it actually means that you're the one fucked in the head because you're unwilling to accept anything
Hey, you know
that
what?
anyone else
This
says. Do not
my
throw a brick
Thank
Australian,
you.
at
my
your
Australian,
Thank
my
you.
Australian
unwilling
Cage,
to
brother.
shut
You
up
accept
know
for a
what?
moment, dude.
You know
This
what?
is yeah.
You could be right there. That's a good point to make. I guess an
Oh, okay.
observation.
All right. Fine. Unless you're agreeing with him, fine, Cage.
I got you.
It really is. It's weird, dude. Like either be on camera or don't. If you're not going to be on camera, be honest that you're not on camera and put up a logo Or what? Come on, logos, telos, pathos, ethos. Let's go. Get with the program, Omar.
I don't know. Okay, I'll do it next time.
What are you on about, retard?
Hola,
Just
sí,
fucking tell
español.
everyone they need to put up a fucking logo.
Hola, sí, español.
Fuck, do you stream? Wait, do you
Come
stream,
pod.
bro?
You don't even know what side you're on, you drunk,
Or do
you
just
New Zealand bastard. You New Zealand drunk bitch. You don't even know what side you're on. What's up, Neurojack? Good to see you.
Well, we have sides. Let's take sides.
At least you remember I'm in New Zealand.
All
Well
right, I
done.
think this is done. I think this is done purposely without even our knowledge. It's like a fucking safety protocol. As soon as you get into some of the real, all of a sudden now we're gonna talk about each other.
You know, I'm always a
You sound like
disruptor
that.
wherever I go.
Paige, I would agree on the spiritual level. Yeah, I'd agree because he's TML
Oh, yeah,
certainly ethos, pathos, logos. It's certainly
Yeah,
like
you
telos.
bring that up, and then we can't even
No, I think hey, we're all working through shit here. We're all individual people with our own McAfee systems in us, trying to like fight against the truth in us, dude, and fight for it, dude. We're all going through it.
All right,
We're all working
LBS system,
together
love it,
when
love
you're
it.
knocking everything that everyone else says.
All right, let's continue the
Hey,
program.
actually, can you, keep that TLOS, TML? Can you keep that TLOS thing up? Because, stop for a sec. Shit. Stop for a sec. TML. Hey.
Okay, can you?
not stop?
You keep saying
What's up?
you're yelling and asking for TML. We're gonna
Yeah,
send a
what's up?
koala bear to knock on your door if you keep fucking saying TML.
Go ahead, guys. Continue. Because I'm here to learn. Come on, guys. I don't know anything about philosophy, so I'm an idiot.
Honestly, just for a second. TML, can you keep that?
Philosophy.
I'm sorry, DK.
You're
You're kind of
screaming and you're
glitching out
glitching
here.
out, man. Come on.
Here, hold on. Here, hold on, Cage. Let me talk to him. Yeah, DK, you're glitching out bad. So I didn't get what you just tried to tell us. But yeah, you glitched out like a few times when you tried to say that. But yeah,
Don't be
Turn
you're glitching out bad.
dick.
Yeah,
turn,
right.
turn off his video. Tell him to turn off his video. Then we can just hear him.
Yeah, you might do better if you just turn off your video, DK.
Something to do
because
with
Bro, he's not trying to hear. He's not. He's fucking
here, hold on.
deaf. He's
Here,
not
hold
trying
on,
to hear
guys.
anything, bro.
Here, hold on, guys. You guys keep talking over me too. Give me a second. Let me talk to DK.
I was saying,
DK,
keep
you're
that TLOS picture on the screen because that flashing thing behind it is fucking with everyone's internet, fucking with their connections. It's like too much information.
Okay, for sure. But yeah, you're flashing in and out. Try to come back in, and yeah, thank you so much. Blessings. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna continue this video for a second. But yeah, blessings. Thank you guys.
Sir.
Buddy,
That
stop
had a gold
talking.
pin to
No
it.
one can hear
I'm
you.
sitting going, that sounds a lot like
Dude. Have you
DK, you Australian
got that
motherfucker. No one can hear you.
flashing thing?
Here, hold on, guys. We can't hear you guys at all. We can't hear you, DK. So we gotta come back.
You
oil
guys gotta
inside
get
of a
better
robot,
mic.
right? But Lord Indra also, with this Vajra, could take the form of an attack flying machine and control it. So this thing could not only produce a weapon of lightning, it could not only control weather somehow, but also can control machines.
Anything.
So here's from ancient Greece, approximately 300 to 270 BC. This is a winged talon. This is where we get the word talon. It's from telos. And this is literally, they put this flying robot in the form of an angel on one of their coins back in the day, one of their drachmas. So this is from one of the historical writings of ancient Greece. It says the sacred mount was believed to have a temperate climate. And this is talking about Mount Olympus, where the gods hung out.
Machine.
And it was a temperate climate all year round. The mountains, gorges, lush with forests.
Yeah, so there's
they said he's armed with a stone. Is
There
that like
we
an
go.
alchemical?
Yeah,
is that
but
like
this
an alchemical.
Now it should actually start with.
Yeah,
Checking in a couple
yeah.
of seconds.
DK, you're still going in and out. We can't hear you at all. So you got to either come in and out, fix your audio because we're not hearing anything you're saying. So you got to either come back in or because you
Yeah,
just keep
brother.
flashing in and
Yeah,
out. Yeah, we're not getting
we haven't,
anything you're saying. Yeah,
I
but
haven't been able to hear a word you've been trying to say,
Hey,
man.
we
yeah.
all are. Hey, we all are, including you. That's why it put something over that flashing
Bro,
thing
you
you had
need
in the middle of the screen.
modem or
DK,
something.
dude,
Too much fucking
just
bandwidth.
focus a bit more.
It's fucking with
You
everyone's
when you
shit.
have something to say it. Damn, dude. Or don't. I'm gonna shut up now.
Yeah, it's not on our end. It's your shit is glitching out. It's nothing I can do about it. It's not the flashing shit. It's nothing. Nobody's glitching out except for you. So it's your shit. You got to fix your shit. It's nothing I can do about it. All right. But yeah, I can't hear anything you're saying. But yeah. But yeah, over here they got the god Hephaestus. He's a god of technology, right? And he's the one who invented these giant robots. There's another one called Medea. She invents a whole army of robots, right? So you got definitely different ideas of automatons in the ancient Greek literature. So yeah, we're gonna move on with this, and it's
Yeah,
similar to
I was wondering about automatons and how that correlates to egregores or thought forms after. Is that like another word for it? Like an egregor or a thought form? That's, an automaton, I think, is above an egregor.
yeah,
Where
yeah, maybe, but this is nothing ethereal about these descriptions. These descriptions describe actual physical technology, right? So that's what we're looking for. We're actually looking for physical descriptions of technology, automated machines, right? Such as the ones in Critias of Plato's Atlantis, such as the Vajrayana, could fly out and kill people and zap people to death, right? So there's all these ideas of actually automatic weapons or machines or that type of idea, right? Weapons of mass destruction, automatons such as robots, right?
Yeah.
So there's all these descriptions of things in the ancient, right?
what is it? So it's like a golem or a homunculus or something, or
Oh yeah,
homunculi, but now it's a
yeah. The golem is one version of that too.
Photos of the
yeah, golem, right?
automatons
Yeah, that's what it reminds me
from
of.
the late 19th century.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, and I
definitely.
also
No,
noticed that
there's
they
actually
mentioned.
photos. They didn't
Hold
use
on.
horses to pull around like carts
DK,
in town.
I'm trying to
They actually
ask.
had steam-powered automatons that pulled around little buggies and shit.
All right, DK, I was just trying to ask something because I've seen earlier.
There's actually photos of it.
Please, can I speak or no, DK? Yeah, what I was trying to say, I've seen Indra. And
I'm not trying to be a dick. I think it's just a delay.
DK, yeah, there's a delay with DK. He's going to New Zealand, but DK, you need to be mindful of that too, and just shut your mouth for a moment. When you speak, we hear you when you first start. We don't hear you when you stop and you come back and you go back and forth. Just cut through when you need to speak, please.
Yes,
All right, Cage, go ahead and make your point, and then we're gonna go
Yeah,
on with the video.
I'm just trying to learn more about this because I've seen earlier, like a few frames before, they're talking about Indra, right? Have you ever
Right.
looked into Indra's web?
Yeah.
And how that correlates to all this?
Yeah. Yeah, I know about
How
that. Yeah.
how does that work?
I mean, how does it, correspond to technology?
Yeah, Indra's net or Indra's web.
Yeah, it could be
A
like some
computer.
type of it could be like some type of logo, spermaticos, like causing the inventions to happen. The different points of Indra's net is where the inventions. Who knows? But yeah, you could speculate.
The gods did not always reside in their paradise, however, and would depart, or they were to return there via a gate of clouds guarded by Hore, the goddesses of the seasons. Now, the author claims the tables in Zeus's palace on Olympus were made of gold and were actually automatons created by Hephaestus. They moved in and out of the rooms as required by the gods, and Zeus's throne was situated in the Pantheon, the meeting hall of the gods. It was also designed by Hephaestus and was constructed from black marble inlaid with gold. Each of the gods had their own palace on the mountain, usually constructed of gold and marble and situated in a gorge in the mountain peaks. This is describing Mount Olympus, which they said existed in the clouds in the air.
On my house, I got two flavors. I think today I'm gonna go with.
Oh my god, why are they selling this fucking products? And why are they using this little
What flavor Kool-Aid would you like? Do you like cherry
Yeah, exactly.
or you like the purple color?
And there is one goddess who
Don't
it
drink
was a
the
what?
cherry Kool-Aid.
It's a female, a woman, a human being who became a goddess.
Don't
And
take the brown acid.
I don't want to. I don't want to drop it in here right away. But if you miss it, TML, I'm going to get on your case about it because it's an important one. I want to. I want to see your presentation first.
Yeah, for sure.
On my house.
The gods met daily at Zeus's palace in the Pantheon, where they held feasts and discussed the fate of the mortals. They drank nectar and ate ambrosia, which perpetuated their immortality. Allegedly, when the gods drank ambrosia, the blood in their veins was replaced by ichor, a substance that was toxic to humans. Ichor also ran through the veins of Talos, the Greek giant automaton. In Greek mythology, Talos, also spelled Telos,
It is
um,
Telos.
or Talon, was a giant automaton commissioned by Zeus and made of bronze to protect Europa and Crete from
Yeah,
pirates
see,
and invaders.
there's
He circled the
Telos.
island shore 3 times daily. Talos was said to have been programmed with the knowledge of the
I was
gods.
mentioning earlier.
That's crazy. So not only are they claiming 3,000 years ago, the Greeks are claiming that Zeus created an automaton, a moving by itself robot, but that it was programmed with the knowledge of the gods. So that doesn't get more AI than that, in my opinion. Because this thing autonomously guarded an entire island by itself. So they claimed. So in modernity, there's Adrienne Mayer. She's a research scholar at Stanford. She started looking into this because this somehow came in front of her attention. So she says, my research into the first inklings of this.
Yeah, and that's essentially who we're gonna look at next is because she did a presentation at the Long Now Foundation that we know is run by this Stuart Brand fellow who basically developed this shit at MIT. And essentially it goes to this, whole concept of all of these, robots being invented by gods, and she'll talk about Medea and all of those other ideas. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds exactly like a homunculus or a golem, like some
Yeah, but the
Jewish magic
golem,
shit. But
Funny you mentioned that. I was actually going to bring up the golems earlier as being one of the first automatons. But
yeah,
have
the
any of
golems are a
you
little bit
read any books by Terry Pratchett?
yeah. Yeah, but they get a little bit
Yeah, not just that. Yeah, but yeah, he definitely goes into the golems, which are automatons, in that as well. I think there's one book that's all about
right, but
that.
the golems, they show up very late in the literature. This is stuff from 400 BC and the Bible, and also stuff from Plato that's going back 500 years before Greece and all of that type of stuff. So this stuff is way more old than the writings about the golems and all that type of stuff, is what I'm pointing out, yeah, so
This
the
is
writings about
I still think that was. Hey,
why?
I still
What
think there
year?
was
What
completely
time?
ancient civilizations that the whole world was basically a circuit board. We had free energy, and something short circuited and fucking fried everything.
I was gonna
Right.
say in
Yeah.
I think
literature.
that's what
Wouldn't they point at?
Something short
ancient
circuited the
civilization.
psychology
It's
of the board. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask TMO. I'm wondering, like, when was the first mention of a golem then in literature? If you're saying this is older or technically, so how much older, and when was the first mention of a golem or a homunculi or whatever? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm not trying to dispute what you're saying, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure the
I'm pretty
first
sure the
mention.
golem's a bit older than
I'm
any of
pretty
this
sure
shit that you're seeing here. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. No, that's not. I'm pretty sure the first.
yeah, look at this. Look at this. I could just look it up. Look.
It's either the Old
Here, hold on.
Testament or
Here, hold on real quick. Here, hold on real quick.
The
Hey, DK.
Quran.
It's a valid question.
Yeah, we gotta wait for DK to.
The Jewish
Hey,
one.
DK.
Please, man, I'm trying to
Gollum is.
learn. We're trying to learn and have a conversation about this without interruption.
Yeah.
You're doing great, DK.
Yeah, no,
We're on
yeah,
track.
no. But
Hold on. Yeah.
if you guys just all just be quiet for a second, then we could because see if he's having a delay, then if you guys continue to talk over, and try to explain to him about the delay, it's gonna take him a while to hear what you're saying. So, you're not understanding the problem. But yeah, give me a
There's
second.
no,
Here.
there's no fucking delay. He's just doing it.
Yeah, but just give me a second here. Okay, let me explain some shit, right? That you're just asking about just now, right? So yeah, you just said that, oh yeah, the golem's older than all that shit, right? But it says here that the golem, okay, because it's a golem of Jewish folklore from the Kabbalistic lore. You know how old the Kabbalah is?
Yes.
How old?
Yeah, well,
Does
you
anybody
said
know?
yes. Someone said yes, and they never answered
Does
how
anybody
old
know
that
how
is.
old the Kabbalah is?
DK said yes, and I would say around it's beyond 2,500 years old easily.
Well, it's
Nope.
beyond. It's
Nope.
around.
Nope, that's false. The Kabbalah is it literally got invented around the 11th century.
2,500.
Oh,
Try
Yeah,
like
okay, but it's based on Jewish
2,025,000.
tradition.
hold on. To add to that,
Or
TMO,
yeah.
there is two different types of Kabbalah, right? There's Kabbalah with a Q and a Kabbalah with a K. I'm pretty sure the K Kabbalah is kind of
That's all
older
right.
than the
There's
Q.
about 100 different types of Bibles.
Yeah.
Yeah, look here. It says
Yeah,
here,
see,
right
if you're
here.
gonna look at it, if you're gonna look at it that way, there's 100 different types.
Okay, hold on a second. Right here it says that golem is an animated anthropomorphic being in Jewish folklore which is created entirely from inanimate matter, usually clay or mud. The most famous golem narrative involves Judah Lo ben Bezalel, the late 16th century. Late 16th century. Rabbi of Prague.
Well, this is where you don't want to challenge me. You want when we get into dates and times and the origin of things. Like, don't discredit me here. And I felt like you did earlier, and I'm getting in my feelings now. I'm sorry. But about specific claims with the oldest thing, I will find older claims. I love doing that.
All right, find older claims about the
Yeah,
golem.
yeah, go ahead and find it.
And
Yeah.
Well, that's a word. That's a word that
Before the
people agree
16th
to.
century.
Don't be a dick and say
I can't.
people are wrong.
I
If
guarantee
you
it's
can
before. It's
find
before
something,
time itself.
people will
Really.
admit that you're
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, it literally says that they derived it from writings of the Talmud. So it's got to be as old as at least, the 5th and 7th centuries. So it can't be 2,500 years ago. No way. But yeah, anyways, let's move on.
No, the claim I was making about 2,500 years ago. If you're going to get back to my claim, I don't want to take over the show. I can be wrong. I don't mind being wrong.
Well,
I see where I would.
Right.
Hold on. I'm talking about my claim here, guys. Damn.
Right, because over here it says 20. It says here that these stories about robots and other machines in ancient world traditions
See, but you're
were first written down in the time of Homer about 2,700 years ago. So these are 2,700 years ago, not the ones you're talking about, right?
If you go look at the, for example, if you look at the Aramaic word for golem, or the Hebrew word,
I wasn't. I
that's
never
an
was
English word.
arguing
So
about the
no,
age of the golem.
hold on, I'm almost done. If you go and look at that word, the real
I'm
translation, the
being.
etymology, listen, and then you can go see the age of that. Right? You're looking at the age. You're looking at the age of a word that says golem. That's an English word that they put on.
We're
Right.
talking about the age of the
And you guys
Kabbalah.
have presented as a group. You presented the straw man that I was saying the golem was 2,500 years old. That was not what I was saying 2,500 years about.
That's what I said.
Older than time
Hey,
itself, my
you
friend.
were talking about the age of the Kabbalah, and everyone switched to the age of the golem. Yes, I call
Yeah, which then you'd be wrong as well
that.
because the Kabbalah.
Okay, but the age. That's dude. I was
Here,
just
hold
put
on,
on the
here, hold on,
spot.
here, hold on. Then you'd be wrong too because the Kabbalah was derived from the Talmud, right? Just as the stories of the Golem were derived from the Talmud. See, that's what I'm trying to point out, right? So, anyways, we
Yeah,
got
but
to
these
move
are
on here.
English. These are English words that we're putting to a concept.
Yeah, DK, you're cutting
I
out
don't
again.
I
know
just
which
wanted
one
I just wanted to say that Adam
was
is
first,
referred
but
to
yeah.
Adam is referred to as a golem too, but that's because it can
That
also
one's
mean shapeless husk.
derived from the other
Oh yeah,
anyway.
look, think about the entire thing is
Yeah, I'm
an
not
alchemical
sure which way
process
around it
of
is.
creating, using the rib to
Okay, I'm
create
just
the
gonna
evil.
go ahead and mute DK. DK, nobody can hear you. You're straight up just getting like distortion. All we're getting is distortion from you. Go back
Please.
and listen
Put
to the tape. You
something
got to
back
go
over.
back and listen. Yeah, you got to go back and listen to your
Thank
recording
you.
because we can't hear you at all. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Eh,
go and review it, and you'll see. No one can hear you, man. We're not trying to ignore you. We
yeah,
can't hear you.
yeah. Because it's
Get to the
literally
point
like
where most of
spotty.
what I was trying to do is defend you.
Man, can you stop talking over me? But yeah, the whole idea is that yeah, your reception is a little spotty there, and you're coming in and out. So thank you so much for being here, DK. But yeah, we're having problems hearing you sometimes. But yeah, this whole idea with the golem and the Kabbalah, the whole idea comes from the Talmudic literature. Talmudic literature, 5th and 7th century, right?
Not 2,500 years old.
The Kabbalistic literature is in the 11th century. I don't know what you just uttered because I wasn't ready for
I
you
was
to.
saying
I
that
wasn't
it's
ready
not
to.
2,500 years
Again, I
old.
wasn't ready to start listening to you because I wasn't done talking yet, right? So if you just let me get done talking, right, and not interrupt me, right, and then we can continue to have a conversation. Thank you.
The scientific impulse took me into the world of mythology where ancient people first envisioned making artificial life and automatons, robots, self-moving devices, and other marvelous things long before the technology made them possible. These stories about robots and other machines in ancient oral traditions were first written down in the time of Homer, about 2,700 years ago. But the Greeks were not the only people to imagine automatons and machines in antiquity. Similar stories exist in the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and other epics. In Hindu myths, automatons are made of the engineer god Vishwakarma and the sorceress Maya. So, why is a sorceress making robots? This is what we're talking about. All this technology, all this stuff.
Vikshvakama. I think it's Vikshavarman. I don't know, or maybe that's another way to say it. But yeah,
TML, I had a question.
yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking at when the date, right? We're looking at dates now, and when you first heard about a golem or the Kabbalah or any of that. But aren't these English words? So it doesn't have to do with Britain. When
TML
Britain
didn't
got
hear
to
about shit until 30-something years ago when he was born, just like me. You
well,
little bitch. Don't ask.
again,
He ain't got
I was
no
trying to talk,
understanding of this. So
and
don't
now
even
you're
ask him.
interrupting again. So yeah, my
Now
question
I'm gonna
was that.
interrupt you. I can't interrupt him. Worth a fucking. I can't even just speak my.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Cage.
yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I was just wondering. It's like maybe we're looking at like a time period or a time frame that's kind of hand in hand to the English language, right? When we hear these words that we could search up. So I'm saying if you go look at the Aramaic or the original language, how old is that then? Well, that's my question about what I'm wondering. Like maybe yeah, we're pointing at it as okay, it was called that in English at that point of time, 11th century, whatever you said, but it was there way before it got contextualized or conceptualized into that language that we're speaking now. So yeah, I'm wondering, do you think that's a possibility or no?
Yeah, 100%. Our modern understanding of what these things are affects what they are. It's just a modern reconstruction. Everything is right? Definitely.
Yeah, right. So I guess if you really want to see when it came out, I'm saying it's probably older than time itself, right? Before you got the concept of time, this shit has already been there, most likely.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially the point of this entire presentation. That that there's often a rebuttal that okay, well the technology, there's nothing new under the sun. It existed in the past. They're just reinventing it, right? So this is essentially what I'm covering here. So
Yeah,
many different instances of that. Yeah,
yeah,
go ahead,
like
DK.
it's like a repackaging, right?
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
same
maybe we can hear
product, but you can
DK now.
package it up differently. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad, DK.
That's all good.
Yeah, I think you're coming
Now I
in
can't
clear
remember
now,
what I was
brother.
going to interject with earlier. I did have something to
Yeah.
interject with, and now I completely forgot what it was. I was actually going to try and bring it back to what you were saying about, like, even back in Michelangelo's days and shit, he had drawings of automatons. Like, he actually
Yeah.
drew them himself.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's interesting because the 16th century writings of that rabbi probably more likely correspond with those types of Michelangelo, because he was during the Florentine Renaissance, right, which was around the same time. So that's fascinating stuff, man.
So what do we think? Do we think that every so often some angel, demon, alien, something comes along and offers us something, and it's just one person, and it kind of changes the course of history? Because from me looking back at history, this is what kind of seems to constantly happen. Every time it's just one person who changes lots of shit.
Well, yeah, well, it's called his story
Oh,
for a
sorry,
reason,
not
right?
Michelangelo. Da Vinci. My bad. Da Vinci was the one who drew them, not Michelangelo.
Right. Yeah,
Da
that's
Vinci
true.
drew the automatons. Yeah. Sorry, I said Michelangelo because I watched something about him yesterday painting the Sistine Chapel. Sorry. Yeah, no, wrong
Yeah,
name. Yeah, no,
over
it
here,
was Da
over here
Vinci.
we say, over here we deal with people. We say story up, because yeah, maybe the story is what creates your little reality, right? You tell yourself a story about it. It's this way or that way.
Dude, I stream 24/7. Don't even think that I don't know what I'm talking about. Just religion and
No,
ancient
I'm not saying it
history
has nothing to
are
do with
not
you,
my
my friend.
are not my big topics. I'm more worried about what's happening now and what we can do. So I do have a good background on this because I've watched heaps of shit about it. But this is not my specialty. This is just something I just know offhand from watching bits and pieces. Whereas you seem to be specialized in it and still having trouble trying to actually explain it to me. It's interesting.
I think it transcends
That's a very
words.
interesting perspective.
It's beyond words, my friend.
Everything is beyond words. You have to get to the point of understanding.
What's the point of understanding? In order to create a circle, you have to have a point in it, right? It's like the alchemical symbol of the sun or gold, or what they
Who
call the
said you have to?
monad. You talk about the monad.
Don't even know what that one is, to be honest.
I think the real question should be is that if golems existed, where are they now?
It's not like, okay,
In
I think people.
Parliament. They're running your countries.
That's
Our
right.
countries.
Well,
Fuck.
the idea of a homunculus or homunculi and a golem, it's pretty much you
Motherfuckers
guys
are
you guys heard of like
everywhere. Do you not? They're on TV every day. They're either golems or automatons.
They're cutting him out now. The moment he started to speak about it, he starts to cut out.
Yeah, Mossad got him.
we're installing Pegasus and all
That's
your
because he
fucking
tried talking over
we
me.
we have Pegasus and all your fucking we got Pegasus
Karma
installed in
got
all your
him.
devices, bro. Come on now.
I just wanted to point out that Adam is considered the first golem because he was without the breath of God. So technically, he was a golem before God breathed life into him.
Yep, that would be the
And he was made
case.
from clay. Yes.
Well, I mean, a
Yeah.
golem is a
Adam
creature
was
formed
made
out of the
from
lifeless
clay, and
substance,
then
says his dust or
life
earth
got
that is brought to life by
breathed
ritual
into it.
incantations. Yes.
Yes.
Am I catching the darkness being real? Is that you? Or am I? I mean, I can't read who's here.
I am your inner darkness. Yes.
No, see, I knew it was you. Very interesting. No, it's not Reddington. No, it's not Reddington. No way. All right, I was about to say.
What's that
Interior
abbreviation mean for you?
brust nevus.
It's creepy Drake picture there.
Remember, it's God's plan. It's God's plan.
No, but I hear you. You're being much more real. It was hard. I don't know. We need to get
Well,
JG in
here's
here
the
to
funny
really
thing.
analyze the inner voice. But yeah, you're being much more real than I've heard you be.
Here's the funny thing. Someone just said it's God's plan. But there are many people just in this chat right now who believe in a different God. So which God's plan is it? See, when you just say it's God's plan, you're not really saying fuck all. What do you think God's plan is? That's probably more important because that comes down to your interpretation of what you think is going to happen. That's different
Absolutely.
from it's God's plan. It's like what you think God's plan is. Come on,
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
do you think God's plan is? Because I'm not of any major religion whatsoever. I don't follow any other religion. I have my own beliefs and I've held them since I was 19.
You want me to tell you the quote
So
God's
what
plan?
does your
You want me to
God
tell you
tell you to believe in?
Yeah, it has to do with the mirror.
Yeah,
Go
what
look
does
in
your
go
God
look
tell
at
you to do?
Go look at the mirror and it'll tell you what the plan is.
Well, I mean, part of it comes down to an inner knowing where we know that the information we receive and the patterns we see every day in the information isn't mistaken. So we do have some self discernment ourselves, first and foremost. That's where I'm going to leave that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
but not everyone has that, unfortunately. Yeah, but not everyone has that, unfortunately. Some are so indoctrinated in what they've been brought up to believe that there is actually no chance of them thinking that there's any other possibility.
Shit.
Like I know how to fix it. The Australian guy, I'm not sure, or D son, whatever.
New Zealander.
I think he's doing it on
New Zealand.
purpose, eh? But I got
Yeah,
my
no,
camera
it's
off,
not
so
on
it's not so
purpose, bro. If you want to fix it, my friend, what you got to do
bad
is you got
now.
to unplug your router or modem for like 30 seconds and plug it back in and reconnect, and you won't be glitching anymore. You
Or
gotta
if he's
restart
really
your
coming
router,
in
bro.
from New Zealand or through Starlink, it's going to do that.
He's not using Starlink. I could fucking give him his IP address right now. You want me to fix it for you? Fucking guy, bro.
Can you guys get in the back chat and fix that? That'd be awesome. Live tech support provided by Cage in the
To be
background.
honest,
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm saying
to be honest, I'm
unplug your
mostly
fucking router or modem for 30 seconds and
fine.
plug
It
it
only
back
seems
in.
happening
Yeah, he's not gonna do it.
This
Is
is
he?
just a power cycle.
to fuck with everyone more.
Hey, can you do me a favor, brother? Can you unplug the modem or router and plug it for 30 seconds, plug it back in, and then come back, and then we'll be able to hear you without all the static and the glitching and all that.
While he's streaming,
Yeah, you'll have the dropout to come back in, and we'll be here. Trust us. We'll be
we're
here.
waiting for you,
There
bro.
will be a link here.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just unplug the fucking router and the modem and reconnect it, and it'll make it run nice and smoothly for you.
But it does come in waves, though. When he's really making a good point, like I feel like when he's making the strongest points, it comes through.
Thought process, all these machinations. This is the downflow of information from rebellious angels that we see from before the flood. So you've got a supposed,
I agree. It's
smart
kind of
engineer
sus.
as well as a sorceress getting together in ancient India to make robots that moved on their own. In Greek myths, they're made by the god of technology Hephaestus and the brilliant artisan Daedalus. So I consider such myths to be the world's first science fiction stories. This is the researcher from Stanford. She says no single civilization has a monopoly on ancient dreams of advanced technology. Whether one looks at the Greeks, the Etruscans, the Egyptians, the Hindu, the Islamic, the Chinese, or
And obviously, that is the Jewish lady's summation of the entire thing is that, oh, yeah, these are just ancient science fiction stories. But I think that's covering up a lot of things there. You know, it's covering up that a lot of ancient, um, religions or ancient myths, so-called myths, right? They had flood stories, right? So, you know, if all of these stories were quote unquote myths, right? How did the independent civilizations invent the same quote unquote myth, right? So that doesn't make sense, first of all, right? Then
Yep.
they also had advanced races, they had advanced civilizations, they had weapons of mass destruction, so again, they have all of these qualities, and also they seem to have writings about automated technology, right? So the whole for her to come to this conclusion, it's obviously very interesting, like gatekeeper, and the fact that these guys that are supposedly like hardline, like conspiracy guys, like they can't even point out that what this lady's saying is like totally nonsense. It's got to be right. I mean, it totally would undermine all of the things that they're saying about these quote unquote aliens having this ancient technology if this is just how primitive people created their science fiction stories.
I think that's like in order to conceal a truth, you have to give like a half of a lie, right? You have to put some truth into it in order to run any kind of program like that.
Yeah, she's definitely done that. So
Mhm.
yeah, she definitely be doing that.
So you know what I think they're moving with plausible deniability.
Yeah,
Oh, it's just a story.
yeah.
or any other ancient culture myth about artificial life. So she just told you that all these other cultures listed all had stories of artificial life, specifically what they called automatons. They all contemplate what wonders might be achieved if only one could possess the divine creativity and ability of the gods. But it's not possible to draw a direct line of development from mythology over millennia to modern scientific knowledge. So, Austin, I know you're already aware. We've got Tesla's trying to make robots, Honda's making robots, Boston Dynamics is making robots. Like, just go down the list, right? You got those police dogs with no heads, that they're making robots out of. And it's their goal to make them as smart, sophisticated, and flexible as possible, right? Where did they get this idea? Why is there continually making movies about automatons, robots that can think and move on their own, that want to destroy humanity and take over the world? It's like they keep making. I thought like, oh, once the Terminator franchise kind of run its course, they would stop making movies about that. Every year, there's a new movie about some rogue machine that's been built. You know what I mean? That has some sort of ghost in the machine type thing that is going off of its programming and trying to take over the world and kill humans.
Downloaded
These
Ghost.
ideas are not new, is what I'm getting at. None of these ideas are new. Just like string theory is not new; it's from ancient India. It goes back to the lotus flower of Brahma. Just like
iRobot.
all these concepts. Like we're going to talk about Vimanas, the
I was
UFOs and
about to
UAPs.
say that.
This is not new information. So this research scholar goes on to
I was
say
about to
Indian
say
and
the
Hellenistic cultures
iRobot
borrowed and
thing.
influenced each other beginning around the 5th century BC, and syncretism intensified after Alexander of Macedon and King Porus began relations in the 4th century BC. So she's telling you that India and Greece had trade relations in the 400 years before Christ, so 2,400 years ago, approximately 2,500 years ago. So the traveling Greek sage Apollodorus of Tyana observed automated servants and self-propelled carts in the court of the ruler of India. And India was centuries ahead of Europe in the technologies of distillation and hydraulics. So here's an ancient, like 3,000-year-old depiction on the right-hand side here from India, from one of their Vimanas, with the schematic interior working of some sort of engine system that they had figured out. She goes on to say myths featuring flying chariots and synthetic swans, animated servants, giant robots, machines, and the like appear in the Mahabharata, the Ramayana. I can't say this word. What does it say? Kata Satari Satagara and the Harisvamsa and other works. Self-navigating ships appear in Egyptian texts and Homer's Odyssey. Android and animal automatons are described in Homer's Iliad and in Chinese chronicles. The most detailed account is in the Lokopotanati from Burma. After Buddha's death, the story recounts the king of Ajata He preserved his bodily remains in a hidden chamber under the stupa. That's under one of their temples. The precious relics were guarded by Bhutavahana Yantra, which translates spirit moving machines. So
Wow.
this is not some crackpot. This is a research scholar at Stanford who's admitting syncretism between these cultures and is admitting they all shared the same stories with various accounts from seemingly credible people who are a part of the king's court and recorded that they saw various types of automatons doing all kinds of things. So in the picture on the right hand,
Isn't it funny that like they just spun that into that this major scholar is talking about syncretistic theories when she just said that these are science fiction tales of primitive people? That's hilarious, right? Like
The
she just now,
contradiction is pretty funny, huh?
yeah, like she just now said that, and they're like, "Oh, well, the takeaway is that this major scholar is claiming that it's." So they're essentially just lying about her findings. I mean, if they actually if they walked up to her lectures and posed that into like a fucking question and asked it to her, she'd probably laugh at them. All right, so
Yeah,
it's
I'd like to add, if you guys want to get deeper onto like artificial creation of magical entities, as they call it, through the AI and all that, in modern day, and yeah, I dropped a couple links there. Extremely great information machine if you want to get deeper into this shit. Now it kind of brings everything back together if you're interested to look into it.
I was gonna say
Really? From
those clay soldiers in China, all them ancient thousands of clay soldiers that are very detailed down to even their hairs and their skin follicles. I just want to point out about them golems.
No, you're talking about yeah. They get into that. They explain all that. You're talking about in the emperor, right? There's like a Chinese
yeah, the
emperor, and he'd
Emperor's
have
Tomb, the
Yeah,
terracotta,
the emperors.
terracotta warriors.
It's what Mortal Kombat calls the. It's not Deadly Alliance. Fuck. The Undead Dragon King army.
yeah,
Basically,
but
that's Mortal.
he'd have these egregores or whatever, what your golem, whatever
It's
you
in
want to
the
call
Mummy
it. Yeah,
King.
and yeah, they'd have thousands and thousands
The
of them,
Scorpion King?
and the guy would just die and just have that, like as like a physical vessel
Scorpion
that
King?
you can move off.
It might be the Mummy King 3 where they fight the Scorpion King. But yeah,
Mummy,
it's one of
Mummy
the
3 is
Mummy movies.
where they go to China and they fight Jet Li, but that's the one with the where the Chinese soldiers come alive in the tomb.
Yeah, that's the one I was meaning. Yes. Yeah. It's exactly what I was talking about. Yes. I said the Mummy King. He said Scorpion King, but it's just called the Mummy
Oh, because
number
Scorpion King
3.
was
Yeah.
there was the second of the Mummy movie that. Fuck,
Yeah,
what's his
I
face
was
was
gonna
in?
say quick. I don't want to interrupt
Nah,
anybody or anything, but
that was a standalone that got integrated into the Mummy
There was
movies.
there was a
I was gonna
Scorpion
say
King was
quickly,
actually
quickly, quickly,
separate.
quickly. Machine, thank you for having me. I'm off for now. Um, if you
yeah,
have time,
blessings.
save those links in there. I think it's an interesting topic, and it really gets deep and explains it in an easy manner for people to understand. And yeah,
Yeah, I
thank you guys
sent
for
you.
having me.
Yeah, I sent you an email there, Cage. Check it out. Have a blessed night.
and
Oh, you
Cage like
did?
for real.
You're supposed to
Yeah,
send me a song. You never sent it.
yeah, I sent it today, and I sent my
Oh, there
book
we go.
on the email there. Yeah, so I sent you those things today. So check out the email there. Blessings.
Oh shit.
Cage,
Yeah,
good
yeah. I
first
respect.
experience with you. I realized you were gone for a while. Like I said earlier, dude. Good to see you. Be well.
Oh yeah, thank you very much for that truth of it. But yeah, thank you guys, and I'm definitely gonna
See you
check that
later,
email out.
Cage.
Yeah, cheers, everybody.
Much
Yeah,
love,
for
no
sure.
fear,
Peace.
brother.
Easy.
Yeah,
No, serious. Open discussion is always good.
yeah, Y-
I don't mind
yeah.
if
It's been
people
great.
disagree with me. That makes it interesting. If everyone
Yeah,
agreed
for sure.
with me, how boring would conversation be?
Exactly.
True, but we don't want it to evolve into shit fest either.
Yeah, I know. It has got to that at times. I know. I understand.
Yeah,
But then again, we haven't had
side you have a
anyone
picture.
here like that tonight, have we?
yeah. It's been pretty chill tonight. It's all good. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
picture of the
that's what I mean.
Buddha, and these two looking
Last
like
time I pretty much
these two
turned up
soldiers on
and
the
yelled
side
at
were supposed to
someone,
be the
and then it all started
automatons that
going
guarded the
massive from
relics of
there.
this Buddha.
Wait, hold on. Oh yeah. So I guess they got him in the Buddhas.
Terry Pratchett's. Sorry, I'm actually wrong about it. It's in Raymond D. Feist's books. There's he goes on about these automatons by some species from a different realm, and they try to destroy them all, and they find one, and it's basically the most indestructible thing that there is, and it's called a Talnoy, Talnoy. See if that actually comes up as something. I haven't actually ever searched it up. Try Talnoy. I don't know if it's a word he just made up for his book or if he
CK,
used
have you ever
something
heard
that
of
is
Lincoln
actually.
Kane? Have you ever heard of Lincoln Kane?
Lincoln Kane. No, I can't say I have off the top of my head.
He's like a huge protest restreamer, Australia, United States, and Canada. I haven't seen him in a while. You guys sound similar.
Oh, is he a red-haired dude who's like preaching and shit?
No, he wouldn't be preaching. No. Restreaming.
Okay. I do actually know a guy named Lincoln who does actually go out and like live streams on Facebook and preaches and shit all the time. He does stand up for good shit, but it's all preaching.
I just wanted to say that Talnoy, according to the Urban Dictionary, translates to hard to kill.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, these were supposed to be impossible to destroy. Yeah.
But it's
In the
also
book.
associated with Russian, is more commonly found in Israel. It's a surname origin, so it's also someone's last name.
Now, as I said, this was just in a fantasy book. Raymond E. Feist, right? And the whole series. Yeah, I think the impossible to kill one is the definition that works for what he's actually going with. Because that's basically what they're like in the book. And they're worried that, like, if it awakens, can people control it, or what is its actual commands? And this is in ancient times when it's all like swords and wizards, and they come across this from another dimension. It's amazing how much fantasy stuff ties in with everything else that we're starting to find out, isn't it? See, like a lot of my knowledge, and this is stupid as fuck, a lot of my knowledge is actually gleaned from my movies I've watched. Because there's bits of truth in every single one of them. If you take the whole movie as being true, you're a moron. But there's bits in every single movie that some writer actually put something awesome into that movie. And it's something, it's those little things when you piece them all together, that little bit out of that movie, that little bit out of that book, that little bit out of that documentary. Once you start.
Yes, we call that subliminal messaging.
This is what I do. Like, honestly. This is what I do. I stream 24/7 on D Live. I'm currently streaming this because I always But yeah, I always restream friends and shit, especially if I'm on the show.
So you're streaming from D Live.
Holy crap.
Nobody in your audience that is watching you knows Lincoln Kane.
Yeah, don't promote me on YouTube. You will get banned. Every time I go like,
Well, it's gonna be hard to ban you if they don't even know what you're saying, my friend. But yeah, blessings. Thank you guys all for being here, and definitely all you guys on the panel. And DK, I think you're cutting out there again, my friend, a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna go around the panel and let everybody have a little bit of closing words, and then I'm gonna read a few things here. Somebody just dropped out,
have I
although I
still
don't remember who that was.
been here? Have you been
Inner darkness.
Inner
able
darkness.
to
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah, you're cutting.
Or is
I
it
can
cut
hear you,
out
but you're cutting
again?
in and out there. Yeah, yeah. It's like your voice keeps dropping off at like the last thing you're saying. But yeah, uh, yeah. Definitely want to get a closing statement
Hello,
from you, but we'll
darkness,
figure it
my
out.
old friend.
Yeah, blessings.
I've come for
Yeah.
you again.
It's kind of
All
creepy.
right, guys.
It goes out.
What's going on? You guys, what are you up to?
Hey, blessings, Omar. How you doing?
No, this is
I'm
annoying. This is a live panel, and it's
I'm listening. What you guys up to? You
like
guys up to modern day
I
yet,
don't
or
know
what?
how far back he's posted.
Well, I'm kind of closing it down here, but DK's kind of
This
having
chat's
trouble
going
here.
fucking nuts, though.
Yeah, yeah, blessings. Yeah. So Truth or
Ah,
Cop, you wanna
he's
you
got
wanna
another
do a
call.
little closing?
Oh, again, leave and start over.
Yeah, I can. So yeah, DK, you got some great points there. Like when you're coming through, like we're listening. It's a weird disconnect. I don't know what's going on there. Technical difficulties and all, whatever. I wasn't creating them tonight. Hopefully, I'm not creating them now. I could be in the future. You never know. Watch out. But the telos, ethos, pathos, and logos. Bang. Took all kinds of notes tonight. It's an important discussion, especially when it comes to like the golems and the automatons and what we're dealing with today in this technology era and all these things. And, you know, our security gateways that we're letting thoughts get through to even allow ourselves to acknowledge something that might be true beyond what we've considered. I had a lot of points to bring up tonight. It was a great discussion tonight, TML. Um, you pointed towards a sharp topic, and there's more I want to bring to this at some point, but I want to see where you go first. I love because you were talking about switching to Western philosophy and all this, and I see where you're going now. I want to see where you go before I comment too much. Thanks for letting me on. You're welcome.
All right. And if you guys missed it last time, we had at the end of the show, me and Truth or Cop talking to uh WYSIWYG TV. So go ahead and check that out. DK's back here.
Yeah, I decided it was easier to just like leave and come back. Everything was
Yeah, thank
glitching
you.
out.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. What you said, when you came through, crispy clear. We heard some wisdom from you. Blessings, dude. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, we had some audio glitches. No worries though. We'll figure it out. But yeah, what do you got to say to these people, DK?
Yeah, I know. It's just a pain in the ass. I had it from other people as well through. Yeah. See, it generally happens when I have the camera on.
Yeah, it's all good. No worries. Yeah, yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, go back and watch this, and maybe you'll figure it
That's
out.
why when
Yeah,
I'm on other people's shows, like having the camera on, it's
yeah,
oh, yeah,
yeah. Just
cool.
yeah, yeah.
Because
Just go back and
I'm
look
not
at it.
sure what else I can change from my end. Like seriously, I'm not sure what else I can change.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, just go back and watch it and figure out what happened because yeah, you were definitely cutting out. Like the last thing you said was cutting out every single time. But yeah, but but there was moments when you came in clear, so at least we got that. But yeah, blessings, you know. But yeah, um, yeah. What about
Thank you,
Omar?
brother.
Are you still here? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Blessings, Omar. Are you still here with us?
I'm just listening. Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
wanna, yeah, you wanna tell these people anything, before we dip out of here?
We're gonna close early the store tonight.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I got yeah. The Tuesday stream is not very long. It's just
Oh,
like
so they
less than
stood there.
yeah.
No, I'm cool. I just came out and listened, and I enjoyed it. I had a toothache, so I forgot about my toothache while you guys were talking. I'm serious. I'm dead
That's good.
serious, man.
Yeah, blessings. Yeah, thank you
Good
so
night.
much.
All right, nice to see you guys. Good night. We're all brothers, man. Okay. Good
Yeah,
night.
thank you so much. Yeah,
Take
assalamu
care, my
alaikum.
brother.
Yeah,
Wa alaikum
yeah,
salam.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and yeah, and for the rest of you guys, I got definitely it was a introduction, to tomorrow's presentation. We're gonna look more at Adrian Mayor. We're gonna look at the presentations we looked at today, automatons, ancient technology. I'm not gonna really open up the Critias. It's fragments anyways, so we're not really gonna open up the Critias. I'm gonna represent most of what I said today, and yeah, we got the promotion for this WYSIWYG stuff or what WYSIWYG.
Sorry, right, dude. You gotta check. WYSIWYG is. All right, you wanted to get into WYSIWYG the moment I left, dude. He is on a rampage since we called him out, bro. He's been streaming 3 or 4 times a week and
Oh
making
no way,
community
yeah.
posts, dude. He's been working hard all of a sudden, dude. It's amazing.
Oh
I
shit,
would
we
love to
gotta
talk
catch
to you
him.
about that.
Yeah, we gotta catch him live and try to figure this guy out. Yeah, this guy is Scientologist from Hollywood. I mean, I think most of my
Hey,
audience
do
caught
you
the
want me?
optics last time. Yeah,
Hey,
go ahead.
TML, do you want me to send some? Oh, see, do you want me to see what stuff I can send from Telegram over to Discord for you? Because I've got yeah, no, because
I'd say go for it.
yeah, I'll send you over some crap. You can have a look through it, take it or leave it, But I'll
Yeah,
send it over to
definitely.
your channel,
Yeah,
TML.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. You're more than welcome. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Have
I
you got
didn't
a
want to.
specific channel you want me to put? Like
I
on
mean,
your
if you
Discord, is
could,
there a specific
I
you
mean, if
want me
you
to
could
post
just
stuff
friend
to?
me and just send it to me directly. But if not, just go ahead and just throw it in like one of the channels, probably Uncle Ted's Cabin or one of the other
That's what I would
channels.
say. Uncle
Yeah,
Ted's one.
yeah, because that's
Okay.
the one that.
All
Yeah,
right, no, sweet as. Yeah, I do. I'll just throw it in there because yeah, I don't mind sharing stuff for everyone. Yeah, so I'll throw it in that
yeah,
one.
for sure. Yeah,
Because
for sure.
I mean, I can do it if you want to keep it just for a show. I can keep it for a show and then share it later. But yeah, I prefer to share stuff with everyone, man. So that's what it's all about. It's not about me making a show. It's about like getting the information out to everyone.
Yeah, yeah, and we put that stuff up about WYSIWYG last
As I
time.
said, I
Definitely.
stream 20 and Telegram. So it's
Yeah,
like
for
I'm
sure.
just constantly putting information out. It's not about me getting anything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and yeah. So
Because I
anything
know
else you
which
got, Trooper?
channels autoplay.
No, dude, like
So when I go to
no,
sleep,
you
I can
brought up
like just
hold
put
on, DK.
say
I jumped
Rumble
up
or
here again
Odyssey.
because of
Put
the whole
that on
WYSIWYG
before I go to sleep.
comments you
It'll
made.
play all night
And bro, we're
while
gonna
I'm
look
sleeping.
deeper into that. DK, fix your technology, please. Y'all have a good one. I'll be well.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, DK. Blessings, yo. I'm gonna throw you in the back here.
Did
Thank you
you
for
hear
being
what I
here.
said, TML or not?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Did you hear what I said, TML or not?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
A
You were
little
saying
bit.
you're gonna send me
Shit,
stuff
is
on
it that
Discord.
bad?
Yeah, I think there's a delay on your end, and then sometimes you be cutting
Yeah.
out. But yeah, it's
Oh well.
definitely yeah.
Have you a Telegram channel?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
Are you on Are you on Telegram?
No, I'm not on Telegram. No. Yeah, no.
If you get a Telegram channel, I can send you 10, shit, probably 20, 30 times more. Because Telegram has videos that can't actually be sent to Discord. You have to only be, you can only forward things that have links. That Telegram, you can actually just post videos and just forward them to every other channel. So yeah, Telegram's a lot of share shit around. But I do have both. They're the only two that I really use, Discord and Telegram.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thank you, DK. Blessings. Yeah, we had a lot of glitches. It is what it is. Yeah, glitch stream. You know, it is what it is. You know, we still got through these little videos I wanted to watch though. So it is what it
Yeah,
is.
I
But
know.
yeah, you know, Hephaestus and you know, some of the gods there. But yeah, we're gonna expand on some of that. And the Vajrayana, you know, is the left hand path is actually called Vajrayana, you know, named after the weapon, the Vajra. Yeah, so there's lots of different avenues I want to go. So I'm gonna definitely present a lot of this again tomorrow. Yeah, you know, as I said, these Tuesday streams are really just promotion for the Wednesday stream. You know, a little extra type of stuff that I could open up a panel and talk to the people about some of these main issues. You know, so you know, technology and the ancients. Everybody has you know, seems to have a lot of opinions about that. The Nephilim, you know, obviously it's on a major channel like that, and they're looking at the work of Adrian Mayer. I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to replay what I just played there, where they're essentially brush over the fact that she calls the story science fiction, right? So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they
but
definitely pulled a fast one on that one.
yeah, they definitely pulled a fast one at the end there. And these videos are not very long, so we're gonna definitely review these videos because of the audio glitches as well. You know, you know, lots of weird interruptions. But yeah, blessings. You know, yeah, thank you, DK. You know, yeah, thanks for being here, Holmes. You there? Yeah, I think he might be glitching out hard. But yeah, definitely go back and review this, my friend. Blessings to you. And yeah, uh, I also have a lot of lines from um, you know, Shang Tzu, Plato. You know, different texts from Plato, analyzing technology. Different texts from Shang Tzu looking at labor saving devices and other ideas. So we got different texts that are critical of technology. Now, I sort of wanted to look at this and look at the traditions that are shared by each of these different religions, okay, and those different concepts, in terms of ancient civilization. So they had different views of ancient civilization. And while we're looking at the ideas of primitive man, we could look at how ancient man did not have the same views of primitive societies as we did. Actually, they thought that from they had come from much more advanced civilizations, excuse me, right? Okay. Which is fascinating concept, right? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, DK. Despite the audio glitches, we'll figure that out. Yeah, DK hasn't had such serious audio glitches every single time he comes on. So maybe that's just his area, just like today. Sometimes people have bad internet connection. It's all good. But yeah, blessings. And we're gonna look at thoughts of Aristotle about technology as well. We're going to look at thoughts from the Aeneid on technology, and obviously, we're going to look at more of the stuff from Adrian Meyer, right? This Jewish lady, this atheist, right? It's talking about ancient stories of the past. I mean, and definitely, tomorrow, yeah, I don't know what Richard Madsen is doing tomorrow, but it would be fascinating to have Richard Madsen talk about this because he is one of the experts about technology in the Bible. He thinks there's lots of instances where they mention technology in the Bible, right? So definitely, he would be fascinating to talk to, right, about that issue, right? And of course, we have some lines from the Bible that we're going to be talking about, right? So, you know, it's going to be lots of different avenues we're going to go down before we look at on Saturday, right? We're going to continue our presentations in terms of, uh, you know, sources, that talk about the ancient texts, right, of Zoroastrians and Hindus and some of that stuff. So that's going to be some fascinating stuff. But yeah, the whole idea of technology, right? There's nothing new under the sun. And definitely, you know, and I'll read this tomorrow again. But yeah, this is one of the quotes from the Aeneid. It says here in the Aeneid 6.663. Whoa, 666. How about that, right?
Oh shit.
Oh shit. The very need to find ancient justification for innovation in religion made progress, quote unquote, or any change at all nearly impossible, although those who invented new technology were praiseworthy. Virgil placed among the blessed dead those who discovered ideas or invented ways to improve human life. Okay. Weird stuff. But yeah, we'll look more at oh yeah, exactly. We talked about this understanding of the wheel in Ezekiel, right? Definitely a piece of technology like the Vajra, right?
Wheel up that rude boy.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I'll have some more songs for you guys tomorrow as well. I made a new um some new intro music for this Buddhism series. I think you guys will like it. So yeah, definitely weird intro show today. And sometimes these shows get into a little bit of helter skelter in terms of we had this one show with Jack Talcott here. It's an absolute crazy mess. You know, but yeah, blessings to all. We'll review a lot of this tomorrow. And thank you for being here. Definitely an interesting evening. And do you have anything to say to these people, Reddington?
I mean, if these stories of technology is real. I mean, I'm still on the fence about it. But if they are real, technology is mainly to enslave us, so it wouldn't be that much of a stretch to find it in the past because it's all about being enslaved.
Yeah, that's kind of what we'll get to tomorrow is the disparity between Confucius and Homer, the way they looked at the stories of the ancient kings being positive, but then Plato and Lao Tzu sort of looked negatively upon those stories. And they say, well, we should reject these gods and we should reject the technology, because essentially it's trying to degrade human beings, right? And they thought the whole thing of philosophy was going towards nature and going against technology. And it's interesting, how in Lao Tzu and Plato you have these critiques of technology, and the gods, you know.
Saying Plato and Lao Tzu got bars.
Exactly. And, yeah, yeah, they got some hot bars against the system, and we shall observe. So the dichotomy of this world system, as somebody pointed out, maybe there is a world system there. As DK pointed out when we could hear him. He said, "This is the grid system connecting all the technology in the world." And yeah,
Especially he was talking about this being hell, when the technology would definitely be for enslavement.
yeah, yeah. And here we read, you know, in a quote by Will Durant, you know, on Aristotle, a slave is a tool with life in it. The tool is a lifeless slave. Kind of sounds like some AI right there. And how about this one? If every instrument would accomplish its own work, obeying or anticipating the will of others. If the shuttle would weave or the plectrum touch the lyre without a hand to guide them, then chief workmen would not need assistants nor masters' slaves.
Hmm.
So yeah, automation, prediction for automation. We will be looking at some more of that stuff, you know, and how it's connected. And I think I'll do another little thing with telos. Talk about telos and telos, these two concepts. Expand on that a little bit, you know. But yeah, there's been some ideas there, definitely. And yeah, and also some more stuff from the Bible. You know, I might find some of the writings of the Kabbalah. Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
Hey, I'm shutting it
Um,
down here.
yeah, well, I just wanted to pose the question that like, if technology is like basically meant to enslave us, and the concept of technology or technology basically comes from us, and our natural state is freedom, like, couldn't the enslavement just be like a temporary state until we reattain our freedom? Does that make sense? Or no.
Well, certainly.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not technology that's essentially enslaving us. We are technological beings to the core. But the fact is that we've invented systems where human beings don't have to actually have effort or intelligence, right? So we're overproducing the technology and underproducing the humanity, right? So we've created systems that enslave us that almost has nothing to do with our own nature as technological beings. I mean, right? You know, so yeah, definitely. You know, we're alienated by technology and alienated from technology as well. So both things are happening, in my opinion. You know, I've made the case that both things are happening, right? But essentially, you know, it's our ability to take control of the tools that we use and create, you know, which we've actually lost control of them. You know, we've created complex systems that are ruled by experts, you know, and we can't control the speed and pace of innovation or the speed and pace of the machines that we use, right? And they don't move at the speed and pace of human intelligence.
So here's my question stemming from that information. Then, have we really created that technology?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, that ties back to some of these presentations. You know what I mean? Right? I would say, you know, the knowledge of that is really up for grabs. You know, based on what we're gonna look at tomorrow, you know, it's like, is it the gods? Is it the humans? Is it the aliens? You know, like what is it? All right.
That's probably the $1 million question.
it's
Exactly.
aliens.
You
It's
know,
aliens.
and even so much that they had the Fermi paradox. We looked at the Fermi paradox earlier, and one of the answers to the question was that, you know, the reason why you don't find advanced races of aliens is that they destroyed themselves with technology. You know, it's because they weren't able to handle the advanced technology. You know, and if they were able to handle it, then you wouldn't see them anyways, right? So it'd just be like, you know, it's an oxymoronic question in a way.
It's almost like a cope answer, though.
Yeah, it kind of is, kind of is, you know. But but yeah. Anyway, Cecil, you know, we doing another show tomorrow, but I gotta shut this one down. But yeah, you know what I mean. This is
What is
only
it
until
today? It's Tuesday, right?
it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's not even Wednesday. But yeah, this is just an extra
Okay.
thing I'm doing. Yeah, to keep people into the loop. But yeah, blessings.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. You got anything to say as a closing statement?
Nah, man, that's pretty much it.
All right. You have a blessed night, Cecil,
You,
man.
you too. You
Yeah.
too.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Easy.
Take it easy.
Yeah. Peace. Well, all right. There we go, folks. And yeah, I'll bring all this stuff back. Don't worry about it, guys. You know what I mean? And yeah, we're also gonna look at Adriana Meyer, and then we're gonna look at, you know, Dr. K on primitive societies. You know, I'm gonna dump you guys in the back here. You know, and then we'll basically, you know, conclude with some other shit. You know, where's my glasses here? Give me a second. Yeah, we're gonna look at the following resources, right? Okay. And if you guys are wondering, we're doing a full length presentation on the history of Buddhist ideas. But first, we're looking at um, primary and secondary sources that talk about Zoroastrianism and Hinduism, translations of some of the primary text there, right? We're going to look at the Buddhist doctrines, right, including the some of the writings of Buddha, right, and some of the Buddhist philosophers, right, who explain the teachings of the Abhidharma system, right, and we're gonna look at from there. We're gonna go to the spread of Buddhism to India, right, and through that, we're gonna also study some of the Taoist, okay, philosophy, okay. Now, when Taoism and Buddhist philosophy, right, merge with each other, right, okay, it spread from India to China, right, with the culmination of this figure called the Bodhidharma, right. We're going to talk about the writings of the Bodhidharma and about Zen philosophy. We're going to take a deep dive into both Confucianism and Zen philosophy, right? Okay, both of these things influence Chinese culture, Japanese culture, Korean culture, right? Okay. We're going to look at some of the writings of the samurai. So we're doing an entire presentation on Eastern philosophy, right? We're going to look at some of the ideas of theosophy, right? Including Gurdjieff and Uspensky and Alan Watts, right? Those theosophical ideas, right? More perennial ideas of the Eastern religions and their spread into the West, okay? So we're going to look at a lot of different concepts, and we've already given a rough presentation on the spread of these ideas, the importance of Alexandrian philosophy, okay, and the spread of Greek traditions to India, okay. Yeah, Ahura Mazda, okay. We looked at 2 descriptions of Zoroastrian religion already, okay. So yeah. And of course, we have a panel, lots of audio glitches. We'll figure it out. Right? Thank you guys. And of course, we have trolls. You know, we had one of our favorite trolls on last show, the toilet troll, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm going live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. You know, and we'd love to have the brother Richard Madsen um you know on, although I'm not sure how to reach. I know my email is available on my channel, but yeah, Bible technology. I'll drop the link as soon as I go live if I see the brother Madsen here, you know, and love to collaborate on him about technology in the Bible. That'd be great to hear his perspectives on that. You know, I know he's a specialist on that issue. You know, and definitely the topic here related to ancient ideas about technology before we move on to critiques of technology in the ancient texts. Okay. Tomorrow, I won't have a panel there. It will just be a solo presentation with me for 2 hours, right? Unless somebody like Madsen or some some of the other interlocutors show up, we'll let them on stage, right? Okay. Okay, I send this link to about a dozen and a half people, right? Nice. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, definitely. I'll send you an email with the link there. Definitely will email you the link, sir. Blessings. You know, uh, let me go ahead and copy that. Copy and paste that email there. And yeah, blessings. We'll get a link out to Richard Madsen. And yeah, technology in the Bible, you know, it's kind of the topic there, rough topic. And yeah, thank you guys for joining us. And I will have a little extended musical outro here. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm waiting for this screen to load, and it looks like it's not doing it. The chat is not loading, so I have to refresh this page. But yeah, thank you for joining us here on The Machine Lies, where we talk about the lies of the machine on the machine that lies. And I hope you have clarity to see through the lies, my friends. You know, the first step to blinding somebody is getting them to open their eyes. And the first step to seeing beyond the programming is to realize how you've been programmed, to realize those forces that impinge upon your freedom. You know, the eyes are the windows to the soul. you know, and the tongue is the reflection of the heart, right? If you can be told what to see and hear, you can be told what to think and say, right? Okay. We are all being mediated, right? Okay. There's a great mediation upon us through the tools that we use, the externalization of the ego and foggy somatic detachment, okay, through the tools that we use, all right? We need to become aware of ourselves, right? We become numb to our surroundings, right? And that's because we live in the nerf world, right? Nerfed out world, right? Okay. Legoland. Okay. You got to wake up, right? Okay. They've been talking about this technology, its destructive nature, its ability to rule nations, its ability to command fear, and how it is given to us by deities that sometimes want to you know, recreate us in their own image, and sometimes they want to challenge us, and sometimes they want to destroy us, right? Demonic forces, right? Given the technology to man, right? We're going to continue looking at some instances of that before we expand upon ancient religions, right? We've looked at so many ideas from the Bible and Plato. Okay, we're now slowly moving into concepts of Eastern religions, right? Okay. Okay, and yeah, I appreciate you guys for being here. I know there's been a lot of disturbances, but yeah, the material here is definitely different from the material on the other shows, right? I don't know if you guys noticed that, right? But yeah, blessings. And yeah, here's some music for you guys. Enjoy. Blessings.
Yeah. The invasion assignment. Ghetto apostles. General Grimm. Sergeant Spaz. Lieutenant Bless. Captain Freestyle. Report to your military post. Baby J. C12. The industry. Give up the ghost.
Yeah, we win the war cause we bomb first, just like Renee Palm burst. Snipers with the Vietnam burst. Ghetto apostles doing guard work. Losing camouflage shirts. Marching through your trenches in your concerts. We win the war cause we bomb first, just like Renee Palm burst. Snipers with the Vietnam burst. Ghetto apostles doing guard work. Losing camouflage shirts. Marching through your trenches
I'm
in
that
your
gorilla
concerts.
in your midst, stalking with an army of assailants. I got your organization under surveillance. You moved your pawn to squares, left the king unveiled. Diagonal invasion, soldiers marching in for the kill. This is a war, join ranks, play your position. Put the industry in checkmate, force them under submission. Your whole perimeter is surrounded by my legion. You trapped inside the center of an isolated region. Wow, glass shatters, bullets scatter. No evidence of fingerprints to C12 matter. Black Bishop moving in, attack the queen. Sabotage front line, the industry's in quarantine.
Position final core, prepare for violence storm of silent war. Map your survivor course, mount your Rhine horse and grab your sword. Hip hop the Holocaust, grab your holy cross, your crescent and star. Witness your empire fall like Sodom and Gomorrah. Refer to your Bibles, Qurans and Torah. Blessed be the high exalter, divine curer, who mine is purer. Staring at my rival's eyes and analyze, cross-examine and paralyze all those who choose to itemize lies.
Yeah, we win the war cause we bomb first, just like Renee Palm burst. Snipers with the Vietnam burst. Ghetto apostles doing guard work. Boots and camouflage shirts. Marching through your trenches in your concerts. We win
win the war cause we bomb verses like we're napalm burst. Snipers with the Vietnam verse. Ghetto apostles doing God's work. Pushing camouflage up, marching through your trenches and your concert.
Continue infiltration by firebomb detonation phases and laser scoping, choking from smoke inhalation. Secret Service agents are coming at me. I got a hit in my spray. Do a grenade setting off the sprinkler system.
I specialize in fear, terrorizing your airwaves like dropping off thermonuclear bombs in subways. Here to specialize, painting pictures of death, ancient scriptures with your silhouette. I'm cold as winter, bringing the earth tremors that burst your inner saints. To my saint, men of war that laughed at how I banged them. Foes copping the plea, should have took the opportunity to flee. I bring terror to theaters like the Phantom. My thoughts reveal a Navy SEAL approaching ghetto walls. Enemies force field jackets get stained from open swords. Non-negotiable terms for your surrender. I heat your weak arsenal and burn in the cinder.
We win the war cause we bomb first, just like when napalm burst. Snipers with the Vietnam verse. Ghetto apostles doing God's work. Pushing camouflage shirts, marching through your trenches in your concerts. We win the war cause we bomb first, just like when napalm burst. Snipers with the Vietnam verse. Ghetto apostles doing God's work. Pushing camouflage shirts, marching through your trenches in your concerts.
Rendezvous, special operations team arsonist. Switch the disc and get out of there fast. We don't wanna take no risk. Codename freestyle, alias the asthmatic, automatic, full metal jacket statics with the diplomatic, bureaucratic tactics. We got the area secured now. Triple the C4 and get rid of the whole floor. You copy? I copy that. We got the whole music business wired. So when this shit blow, your whole empire's expired.
We can live lavish and still build on the mathematics. Flowing precise, cut carrots, rock ice, and still civilize the savage.
Dancing in the Garden of Eden, gotta think along, breathing, glancing back at days I used to be behind them bars with heathens.
Blast like the Aztecs, cash checks, blast checks, collect all of my assets from sales from the cassettes.
Iceless but priceless, top of the price list. Probably the first up on your heist list. You might miss, so knowledge this.
Yeah.
At the time of his life, a capitalist with a communist wife. Started fighting, did the cats with God did the Christ. Hard you could type to give garbage advice. He was larger than life. He penetrate the roof in your car with a spike. Trained by insane ex-marine, CIA, trade, a renegade, assassin, android. Half deployed pilot the black helicopter, choppers over Bosnia. Sniffing so much coke, nose is fucked up. Let it out for all y'all bystander bags, ass jeans to hide your banger rank. But thug the fuck out. And with bastard face, gag gangs, the governments. These other kids just like the drunken bitch. To suck 100 dicks at your party, get crowd rape. Plus the hook of lies great. Slip another line to get your mind straight. Pull out the nine and start shooting people. Money ain't the root of evil, there'd be much more than that. America taught me how to kidnap and torture cats. Exit the Stargate. Initial perception quickens my heart rate. This dark place, planet Earth, orbits one star. Come from afar, far away. State of mind, open up your third eye. Black helicopters in the sky. Exit the Stargate. Initial perception quickens my heart rate. This dark place, planet Earth, orbits one star. Come from afar, far away. State of mind, open up your third eye. Black helicopters in the sky.
I need G's so I can jet easier. My crib's tapped, I suspect ether. That's why I'm out of touch with the media. Undercovers like Pete Seeger. I couldn't tell neither. Watching the projects with a band of speakers. Peeping how my kids rest, banging my whiz for hours. Surveillance tape hissing at King's Plaza, even got us after hours. Drug parties, golden showers on the Porsche Shixer. Work for the FBI, so anytime I might whisper. My scary team be like barely clean, rocking Israeli jeans. That's why I'm mostly heard and rarely seen. Realization soaked in urgency. Can't escape history's pen, I'll be the worst of me. Worst of me.
Exit the Stargate. Initial perception quickens my heart rate. This dark place, planet Earth, orbits one star. Come from afar, far away. State of mind, open up your third eye. Black helicopters in the sky. Exit the Stargate. Initial perception quickens my heart rate. This dark place, planet Earth, orbits one star. Come from afar, far away. State of mind, open up your third eye. Black helicopters in the sky.
This copper in the city hopper like a rock with binoculars. Took me these new rosters and I'm off to cap a hostage. Said that we weren't politicians and a patient government agent from the United Nations. Said that we had the private information about the aliens, vegetarians, devils and Aryans.
These are civilized barbarians. Fucking bury them.
When Rossi said you pushing blood clot and got shot. I'm like fuck this, I'm blowing up spots. This shit is hot. This shit is hot. Know about the plan for the projects and contraband. Drop bombs on Brazil so you can kill a conquer land. You drug trafficking. You new creation for the teens to control the population in the states and overseas. To put poison in the weed and the milk we feed our seeds. You look shocked, that's a block to know the plot for all of these. Took his Glock, lit the shot when the bastard wasn't looking, threw him out. Then the monster flew the chopper back to Brooklyn.
Exit the Stargate. Initial perception quickens my heart rate. This dark place, planet Earth, orbits one star. Come from afar, far away. State of mind, open up your third eye. Black helicopters in the sky. Exit the Stargate. Initial perception perception quickens my heart rate. This dark place, planet Earth, orbits one star. I've come from afar, far away. State of mind, open up your third eye. Black helicopters in the sky.
I'm packed up, ingredients stacked up, my laptop downloaded that military cookbook PDF. Elements, everyday chemicals at my reach. Household bleach to extract the potassium chlorate. Boiling on a hot plate with hate, recipe for disaster. Plastic bomb blaster, I mix up 5 parts wax to Vaseline. Slowly dissolving gasoline, add to potassium in a large metal bowl. Heat like dough, so they leave real slow. Gasoline evaporates, cool dry place. I'm strapped up, cross my chest, bump belt attached. Deeply satisfied with the plan I hatch. Electrodes connected to a gas cooker lighter. Switching my hand, the situation demands self-sacrifice. Hitting back a vice with a 50-pound price. Numb, but the hurt is gone. Gonna build a dirty bomb. Use this privilege and education. My PhD will free me. Made off the ruskies from weapons grade uranium. Taught myself skills from Pakistan to Iran. Upgraded in stage 2 of the plan. Rage, a thermonuclear density gauge. Stolen by the catches from a base in Georgia. I get some cobalt 60 from a food irradiator. So easy to send the infidels to their creator. It takes a dirty mind to build a dirty bomb. Simplicity is numbing, genius is dumbing down the situation to a manageable level. To make the world impossible to live for these devils. A suitcase of Semtex, a mobile phone trigger. Blow them all to hell for $1 million figure. I'm a legitimate scientist, paid by the government with your finances. I got a private room in the White House suite, so I can develop according to presidential brief. The Megatron, Don Golf, War veteran, foremost proponent of the neutron bomb. At the center, atomic, surrounded on all sides, wrapped in layers of lithium deuteride. The bomb detonates, causing lithium to fission into helium, tritium, neutrons into fission. The blast causes shockwaves that melt body fat. Uniquely though, they leave the buildings intact. I made the 25 mega bomb daisy cutter, a great blast radius with very little clutter. There's less radiation, so you get a cleaner bomb. It's your money, people, it costs $1 billion.
Rebel armies of alarming proportions, grenade launching, fearless little orphans, fully dipped clerics who throw the wind caution, intel operatives who instigate holy wars and tiptoe at Fort Detrick on an each and no basis, with derelict new contagious enzymes to play with, cause a well-educated, prosperous nation is dangerous. Walt Disney Kingdom, where history comes in 2 flavors, blood soaked to the bloodstains cleaned up with detergent later. Excuse me, Miss Liberty, I don't mean to be misogynist, but put some lipstick on a green lip. cause the truth ain't a pretty bitch. In the US, even Martin Luther King kept a gun in the crib. So whether you a clueless bastard with no relations, or more tonight with genealogy of King David, you witnessing the logistics of a gun-running operation by big model policy makers. Intricate surveillance next to the crib placed by proxy administration, funded by drug money pushed out of US air bases. S&P, Tom Hollow, Mountain Shadow, nanobots who make remote control parts for global hawk. Double, triple agents who leave how to fly books in glove box, and drunken moments left holy Korans and titty strip spots. Bloom CNS, the phenomenon of albatross, heavy burden around the neck, depending what side the coin fall. And my old-fashioned nickel slugs all always draw hard. Bloom CNS, the phenomenon of albatross, heavy shit around the neck, depending what side the coin fall. And my old-fashioned nickel slugs all always draw hard. Mountains of atrocities, as high as the Acropolis. A fulgent wretched skeletal wingspan screaming, no one is stopping me. Legions of minions ready to mar themselves for college money. Republican dummies besieged with fanatical cherub Enoch at the coronation of King James pontificating. Sistine Chapel look like Quranic boss paintings, where if you look closely you can see ghostly images of Norval or 9/11 wargaming. Cold heartless killers, you like tear ducts in a broken mirror. Haunted face appears in Judas in the form of Zell Miller quoting Hitler, who once said the bigger the lie, the more people likely to believe it. So nowadays these rappers spit vagina monologues, cause most of them are way too pussy to say shit. Pale man, you can never ever ever be God, no matter how intricate you paint yourself in his image. You're just waging advanced forms of barbaric tribalism. That's the stupidity war that man is never winning. So gather the women and children, prophets, priests, and Eman from the forgotten books of Eden. Warn treachery which stem from the presidency and all the kingsmen. So close your eyes if you're squeamish. It's about to get sick, free to warrior here, meaning it's good tiger eating. So G-man, start to deprogram this sequence. Bloom CNS, the phenomenon of albatross, heavy shit around the neck, depending what side the coin fall. On my old-fashioned nickel slugs, so I always try hard.
Called flux quicker than air duct projectiles, and torn between theologies of atheists and Gentile. Yeah, torn between politics and conservative and anarchist. Torn between killing with a mail bomb or just my bare fist. Who fucks around? Absolutely not me. I fuck up and down. I learned it from a porn flick, within tree. 50 years later, everybody wanna hold hands with Hitler. My boy Tribunal cut off his dick with a fucking slogan. Mass distraction. Attention span expander. Rupture, verbalize, words, word. And 50 years later, everybody wanna hold hands with Hitler. Protocol flux quicker than air ducts projectile. And torn between theologies and atheists and Gentile. Yeah, torn between politics and conservative and anarchists. I ain't him, I ain't even that I was who fucks around, absolutely not me. I fuck up and down. I learned it from a porn flick, pushing trees. Keep haunting me. Keep walking me like Steven, even a pagan can reason enough not to battle if the protocol flux. Protocol flux quicker than air ducts projectile. You could catch a flash of an image of a master with a linear phallus. Blew a path through 60-second deception that promised me the palace, a benefactor Down syndrome. But I clown and drown the sound out with a blood-soaked phantom, another sick man clone. The script oblivious, cryptic enlisted, and raped the ADAP tape when it resisted. My clique got your whole bitch twisted. 50 years later, everybody wanna hold hands with Hitler.